one, check 1 2, check 1 2, 1 2 3, 1 2 3. Hello, welcome or welcome back. I am your most illustrative host. There I am, Michael DiNicola, here for your drawing pleasure or perhaps displeasure. I'd like to start the stream by telling you who I am or what I am. Check. I also like to thank my patrons, my YouTube subscribers, my Twitch subscribers, everywhere, anyone on any social media platform who's liked, commented, subscribed, shared. You guys are incredible. Thank you, thank you, thank you for your continued support, especially those on the Discord channel who just are tearing it up at all hours of the night. I feel like I go on Discord, any given channel, any given time of day, there's a conversation going or a meme left. So thank you guys for being real active in there. I appreciate it. If you're new here, what you're seeing transpire before your eyes in a quickened pace is my artistic process. You're seeing me inking a idea I had a few days back. A few days back, I recalled an instance where I was walking on the street with my old pal John Ocasio, and sure enough, I saw an odd pairing before me. Oh, you know, before I break down the story, what I'm gonna do here is draw. And as I'm drawing, you guys can ask me whatever questions, artistic or otherwise, you might have. For example, one artistic question you might have is, you know, how do I make a cleaner, more consistent line? Me, I prefer a sketchy line, but I'm aware of at least those who prefer cleaner, more graphical lines, more maybe anime or animation-inspired lines, how they like to do it. Or perhaps you might have another question, the question being, hey, why do lesbian toys resemble, why do lesbians use fake cock instead of fake vagina to, you know, to masturbate with, right? Hey nerd, this is nerd. Hey, what's up, buddy? How are you?
Did I walk into?
You honestly, dude, you walked into the weirdest part of the stream, which is this is before anyone showed up, and I'm literally just talking to myself. This is.
Now you can talk to me, buddy.
Yeah, thanks, man. It's as you know, man. When you first start your Twitch stream, YouTube stream, whatever it might be, live streaming on TikTok, Instagram lives, if you are a relative unknown, if you don't have, yeah, if you don't have a large pre-existing fan base, there's no one really in the chat, and you can't. But the other thing is you can't afford to be quiet, because what happens is if it's just dead air, then when you finally do get somebody to show up. They're just going to see somebody just staring off into the distance. So very early on, yeah.
Yep. Somebody told me that once where they're like, man, it doesn't matter if you've got one person or 10 people, you're the same. And it's like, well, yeah. If I'm not entertaining that one person, then how are the other 9 that I want to attract going to be entertained?
Exactly. Hey, Earthbound. What's up, baby?
What's up, baby?
I saw a Sea of Thieves. I saw a Sea of Thieves kind of clip today. Apparently it's a famous Sea of Thieves clip. Let me see if I could, Matt, let me see if I could send it to you.
It's probably one of, what's his faces.
Oops, somebody's at the door.
Dude, that fucking, the problem is they're sensitive, bro. They're like a woman's nipples after pregnancy.
Yeah, no, I had to do the, I had to change the box on mine, like the activity box on my ring to like just be like 2 feet in front of my door, because it was going off all hours of the day. And it was just people like, walking the stairs. Yeah,
dude, sometimes cars that drive down the street fucking set it off. It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, no. Yeah, I mean, I like that ring is like, you know, almost like a overeager dog, you know.
Yeah. Well, see, we have a floodlight, the floodlight ring doorbell plus the camera for the backyard for the dogs and to monitor that.
Yeah.
But that means every time they fucking go out there, it starts jingling 2 times while they poop.
What the fuck?
What? Hey. I'm doing the wind chimes. Nikki.
Nick, you could pose your question to Nikki. She would know better than either one of us. Hold on.
Yeah, she's Mrs. Wind Chimes. Wow.
59 months, baby.
Oh boy.
59.
59, dude.
That's all I got.
Wow, 59 months.
Hey, look.
How much is that in years?
Like
Why do you always ask me
4.5?
Google it.
No, 4 is 48, right?
Yeah, 4 is 48. Yeah, somebody.
So 5 would be 60. So yeah, you're almost 5 years.
Somebody knows his 4 times tables. Fucking.
Hey man, I do the
fucking-
math pretty good, but the
fucking
talking, you know,
show
whatever.
off over here.
Oh, sorry.
Fucking
Wow.
malice, dude.
Like next week.
I meant
Like
12
next week,
years.
white.
This guy's. I feel like I'm. I feel like I'm talking to Russell Crowe from A Beautiful Mind.
Ooh,
Not quite
Earthbound.
59.
Oh!
I'm talking to Matt Damon from
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
Dude, they.
Why are you saying it like that?
Dude, oh, you don't know the
You've never seen
reference?
Team America?
Oh
no,
my
I've never
god!
seen it.
Oh,
Oh, no,
my
I
god!
Put it on the list!
Put it on the list right now. Hang on, all
I'm
that.
fucking editing it.
Oh my god. Hold on. Fuck. I'm so flustered right now.
we really rattled her.
You guys.
Man, you
okay,
guys.
I'm gonna clip that.
You guys
That
can't
was
see
funny.
her. You guys can't see her video camera. It's hilarious. Hello, John Amore. And Earthbound, hang on. All that chaos. Earthbound. He subscribed for 21 months. Thanks, buddy. Not quite 29, but it's something. It is something, Earthbound. And Earthbound is old school. I have not seen this badge in... I can't remember the last time I saw this badge. He has a first. He's one of the OGs. And that's really saying something for a dude who's been streaming for over 5 years on this platform, man. Earthbound. Earthbound found his way to this channel by way of Sherry, who Earthbound. Did you know that Sherry? Right? Wasn't it Sherry, the artist slash I don't know what else she did. A bunch of other things.
Provocateur.
Let me see. I think it's Earth. Dude, I looked her up a while back. Well, dude, she got into wait, here, here's the Sherry arc. She started doing art content, and then she pivoted to makeup content, and then she started blowing up, and she applied for partnership on Twitch, but like she was a little shy, but she was just like, she was averaging like, you know, like 80 some odd viewers, so she was almost at partnership status, but they denied her, and she didn't like it, so she just stopped streaming, which is crazy. And then after that,
especially with an audience.
Yeah, she got into after that she got her titties done. And then she started covering up her face and doing camming. And I only know this because Sims Art really likes cam girls. And he's like, dude, guess who I found via her voice on this cam site. And it was like listen, Sims wasn't a wealthy man at the time, so he wasn't catching the live streams. He was catching the pre-recorded post streams that are uploaded freely to the internet. And he's like, look at these, and it was 100% her. Big fake not ding dong. Wrong kind of stream. Sims wasn't watching that kind of stuff. Big fake pendulous bags. Bags. And then I think she started doing like the OnlyFans kind of stuff. And then somewhere she disappeared again. And the next time I saw her, she was full on MAGA. Like way.
What a fucking left turn.
Dude, like I'm talking, but like way into it. Like we're talking about
Ultra MAGA.
like the election was stolen.
I know who you're talking about.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Like really.
Yup.
Like some of the stuff, like Matt and I, for example. I'm like with Matt like 80% of the way, and the last 20% is where we kind of divert. Right?
Even on those things, it's like, you know, there's some blending.
Yeah, but like we'll both easily agree that politicians are corrupt, crooked fucks who are definitely.
Roseanne's an idiot.
Roseanne's an so like we're not 100%. But by the way, who the fuck wants that anyway, right? Somebody you agree with 100% all the. But no,
Discussion breeds new thought.
But no, she's way red pilled. She actually changed her name from like Sherry Art to like the Red Pill Fairy and started going hard into politics.
Dude, you know what the problem with that is though? Like I look at that sort of shit is
Yeah.
like, okay, you literally just found it's no different than OnlyFans because you're whoring yourself out to, you're still whoring yourself out.
Yeah.
It's just not physically. Like if you're out there propagating either side's bullshit like that, you have become an extension of that, which is just disgusting.
Yeah, she truly went full full flip. Like she went from being, you know, internet lady of the evening, right? Selling her body for, you know, selling her body as her wares, which again,
was she one of Andrew Tate's girls?
Yeah, she's one of the Andrew Tate's DeVry University girls. And from that to the opposite, man, like Christian values, conservative values, hardcore, all the right and like far right talking points, just reiterating them. Crazy. Earthhound, what's up, buddy? What'd you find?
Well, so like I just wanted to like elaborate on that. Like it's just like so I looked, like I was curious, right? Because I was just like thinking like way back and like nostalgia and all that.
Yeah,
but
sure.
like it really taught me that everything's on the internet. Like if you can see like her entire progression of character, well maybe not progression, maybe digression.
Yeah, that's
but, like,
digression.
Good choice of words.
but like it's
like a
it's
superhero
nuts.
villain story.
Yeah, right. It's fucking, there's more character progression than in fucking Game of Thrones. Like, goddamn.
Wow, she hasn't posted since 2020. Wow, December 2020, the last time she posted. So we're coming up on almost 2 years. But here, I'll show you. I cannot show you her her
Like fake tits?
I can't show you those, and I can't show you her before this. You're just gonna have to take my word on the my free cam stuff because I can't broadcast. When I put her name in the old search engine, right? She went by this, Hey Sherry, right? You can see her old Twitch channel, and you kind of see why I went vegan, right? And then our art stuff, and yeah, it was all, I completely forgot about the veganism and all that. But then,
Yeah, and the succulents.
yeah, before all that, but now it's Red Pill Fairy, and look at this, look at this thumbnails. Look at these thumbnails, dude. These thumbnails used to be all her. Oh my god, these thumbnails used to be all her and her breath.
Did you know?
Did
you know? Look at this. She's got her MAGA wear. Good for her, I guess.
Oh my goodness.
Instagram is censoring me. Find out more at Parlor at Red Pill Fairy. Good for her. Go ahead. Oh, she's getting proposed to at a MAGA dumpster. It just happens to be in front of a garbage can.
Wait, was she storming the Capitol and getting proposed to at the same time?
Yeah, she was screaming, "They let me in" while getting proposed. I don't like Newsom, so I'm not going to defend him. But,
No, but
I don't. This is just pure cringe. The like, oh my god, here I was interviewing people who are MAGA, and my man just proposed to me,
dude. Yeah, but again, you got it's one thing. It's one thing to see that just in general, but the fact that like when you know to Earthon's point, when you see her progression or digression, from like the veganism and art and then makeup and then sex and then not
here's
the
the
exact
thing,
opposite.
like okay, so I mean my question is like, even if I don't agree with her politically, and I also think like getting that involved is somewhat a form of mental illness, like you have some sort of control issues, right?
Yeah.
If her going to that side and her harnessing her crazy there has maybe done her some good, pulling her out of the darkness she was in via, online sex play, plastic surgery, whatever issues she was feeding, then I'd say good on her. Like, even if I don't agree with you, if you're no longer like a piece of shit because of it, then good for you.
I see what you're saying. Because I've seen what you're talking about firsthand with people with mental illness by way of alcohol and drug abuse. Having been in a couple different programs at this point, you do see people who abuse substances. They kind of hop from one abuse to another, one overindulgence to another, if you want to call it that. Some people, they gain a bunch of weight. Some people end up chain smoking cigarettes. Some people find God and they become hyper devout. This is real common stuff we see.
Or they exercise religiously. That becomes their new drug.
That's another thing. Sometimes it's adrenaline. They get kind of more hooked on that, right? It's the more extreme sports.
But like, if she was a total scumbag prior and now she's a decent person, just a MAGA nut job,
right? Maybe
it's a fair trade-off.
I think when it comes to Sherry, I think she was never a bad person, but I do think there was clearly some mental illness there. Yeah.
I always found her a bit narcissistic.
Yes, 100%. She was 100%.
Well, to be on the camera, like, you know, if you're somebody that like really goes hard into the YouTube content creator personality, you're pretty much a narcissist.
I mean, the thing is,
like, you gotta be a narcissist to be holding a giant fucking red microphone interviewing people. No.
The real harsh truth of it, I'd say, is in order to do this, what any of us do, as far as like broadcasting your gameplay, your creativity, your movie reviews, you have to have some narcissism. Or at some point you have to say to yourself, my opinion is worthwhile enough or valid enough or clever enough or funny enough that I think people will enjoy this. Strangers will enjoy it.
It's tied into your confidence and your self-worth. Like,
yes.
Hey, I'm a streamer. I don't consider myself a narcissist, but you have to have some of those tendencies to say, you know what? I'm going to keep streaming because some people find me entertaining. I'm at least there. So it's like...
Yeah, she was a bit worse than that.
She was
like demanding her mods to be like in her stream at all times, and if they fucked up, they would like get unmodded and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, it was just like everything was about her.
Well, was she an e-beggar? Was she like a DSP?
I don't. A DSP is a guy who just constantly begs his audience for money.
No, that's all he does. He's literally he's the same guys on the street with a sign, except on the fucking internet.
I don't think. No. She didn't do that. She didn't. Was like, no, you guys should donate more to me or something like that. That she didn't do that.
She wasn't one of those, I don't think. But no, like
those I'd just like to crush.
But the narcissism aspect of it, when Twitch denied her a partnership, she basically left the platform. Whereas, like, most of us know, it's a long game for most of these social media platforms. So it's more about consistency, regularity, giving up people content worth experiencing, and this goes for any and all platforms across the board. And sometimes it might take years, but it wasn't good enough for her. Like she needed it all now, right now. Because why? Because she deserved it.
Don't care how I want it now.
Yeah, man.
No Willy Wonka fans, fuck you, everybody.
Yeah, but dude, you know what the weird thing is? 2 year hiatus, man. She disappeared from No More Red Pill Fairy. So a part of me was like,
that's because she was doing mega shit.
Maybe she got locked up.
The weirdest thing I found, there's like an actual, like, I don't know what it is. I never, like, I know what it is now. I never heard of it before, but there's like something like Tattle Life or something like that.
Oh my god.
Where's like people just like bashing on her life and like stalking her for like pictures and then talking shit about her. It was insane. There was like 50 pages worth of like a forum just about her.
Yeah, that's fucking weird, bro.
Dude,
it was
wow.
Fucking...
Now what?
Yeah.
Well, you know, maybe.
And it was like, it wasn't even that. Like, it was on the first page of Google. Like, I didn't fucking like. I was just like curious, and I didn't fucking delve deep. But like, it was on the first page of Google. I was like, God damn, people really hate her. Like,
and this is where we take everybody in that forum. We invite them to a nice private island for a party, and then we nuke the island. The whole fucking thing.
Well, that's. I mean, you know what, man? Maybe you do become a narcissist. Maybe when you go online and you see that there's a healthy group of people. I mean, healthy amount of people who are just talking about you all day and kind of like preying on your demise. That really is something else.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. They were like reveling in her misfortune. Like,
oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, those people are worse than her then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
worse.
Exactly.
Yeah, because
she bred them technically.
Yeah, she might have her mental illness and narcissism or whatever else, but it's relatively harmless, right? She's just living her life.
Yeah, like she was still like I enjoyed hanging out with her and like.
Right.
I think you even co-streamed with her at some point.
I did. This is before all this other stuff, but as far as far as her just being a human being, she was fine. Yeah. I never had any issue with her. Matter of fact, she actually made for a really entertaining co-host because she was fun, at least then.
Yes.
If you could get past like the veganism and the narcissism, she was a perfectly fun co-host, and she was good at art too. That was the other thing I liked.
Yeah, I still have like a drawing she made of me that I really like, and I keep around.
Yeah, no. So I think it's just a little bit of mental illness and God knows what else. To Matt's point though, maybe she was better for making different life choices, although it is cringe with the ideological stuff.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, any of that, and that's the problem with it is like, doesn't matter right or left. Anytime you see that sort of like real deep into it shit, it's just like, ugh.
Yeah, it's just off-putting.
Now it does sound like you're against breast implants, and I gotta be honest with you, Mike. I've had my breastises augmented.
No, I don't mind them. I mean, I don't mind them. I'm not opposed to ripping on people with who go like ridiculously big, which is I think what she did.
God.
Yeah, she
like
went
the,
like
the problem is it goes cartoonish.
went out of
where it's like,
proportion.
look
Yeah.
at those gazumbos. Like,
that's
how do
what
you
it
even
was.
respond to that?
Like she probably was flat-chested. She maybe had like an A cup, and she probably should have gone at most C, but she went like double D. Like she went like they were as big as her head.
Jesus.
Yeah, there were balloons.
Yeah.
There were
Yeah.
fucking balloons.
Oh boy. Yeah, no. I mean, you know, nothing against breast implants, but know your size, I suppose, huh?
Yeah.
Is there a sizing chart for that? Like, do you just have to imprint your chesticles into like a molding?
Chesticles.
I'd imagine the doctor at some point has to be like, hey,
No, more money. Fuck it. You want to go bigger?
you think the doctor's just a piece of shit?
Yeah, he's
Probably.
just a fucking. I don't know why I just look at all plastic surgeries who do tits exclusively as just like sleazeballs.
I mean,
You want to go bigger? I can make them bigger.
I mean, a little bit, right?
Little
I
bit.
mean, like they kind of. I don't want to say they have to be, but
Well, I mean, no matter what like they're doing, and I understand like they're doing surgery, but like there's also the pre-examination where you fondle women. Like, yeah, like I'm also the like I don't know, man. It's a bit of sleaze to me. I get it, but you're
Well-
also kind of like a used car salesman in a way.
well, listen, like, well, there's good. So, like, all right, a kid gets half his face eaten off by a pit bull. You know, oh, it's like, okay, we got to get a guy in here to hopefully try to get this kid to live
You know,
a
those
semi-normal
dudes
life.
are awesome. That
Right.
like turn an ear into a face. Hey,
Right.
You know, those
So,
guys
like-
are cool. I'm
so,
talking
like,
about the dudes
yeah,
that are
no.
like, I only do boobs.
Yeah. Hey, you got a little forehead fatso. You want me to get rid of that?
Hey,
I'll go.
I'll take that tummy out of your tummy and put it in your tits. They're all Andrew Dice Clay.
Yeah. Hey, Cadex Gaming. I don't know if Cadex Gaming is still here. Might have ran off. Yeah, so like there are, I mean, for the plastic surgeons who are just all about like, yeah, we're gonna give you a little nip, a little tuck, a little Botox, get your
I'll
wrinkly
take
ass
10
looking
years
nice.
off the forehead, 6 years off the
Right.
neck.
Right. So it's like it is literally in those guys' best interest to keep you coming back. You know, to keep you hooked on plastic surgery, which can
Yeah.
become an addiction.
I mean,
which is
you've
crazy.
seen it.
Yeah.
A lot in Hollywood, you've seen it.
Some ladies get
Look
way
at the girl we
too
talked about, the girl from The Boys.
The girl from The Boys, she had some work done and it really changed her entire face.
Yeah,
Look
the-
at Renee
the
Zellweger,
cheeks and
man.
the eyebrows.
Renee
Yeah.
Zellweger no longer looks like anything like she used to in her youth, like at all.
The girl from Saved by the Bell.
Oh, did she get work done too?
Dude, look it up.
Oh,
It's the
man.
only way. Yeah, it's. I'm not even gonna describe it.
Hang on, what's her name? Which one
Oh,
is it?
fuck, I don't even know. I think she went MAGA for a while too, actually.
Oh my god, maybe that's the first step.
I don't think Renee Zellweger's MAGA. Let's see. Dude, how the Lark Voorhees. God, she's a fucking monster name.
The Lark.
Larkvoorhies. What a weird name. I hate her name.
Lisa Turtle. The sad truth about Lark Voorhees.
Lark Voorhees fell in that lake when she was 10 years old.
Here, let's any relation to Jason Voorhees? Let's see.
Cousin.
Oh,
Like everybody else has aged pretty well, but she went the plastic surgery route. Like there's one where she literally looks like Ronald McDonald.
is this the one? Hang on, I'm gonna post it in the memes channel.
Oh yeah, she's got one with a red wig. Here, I'll post it. Come on.
Hang on, let me,
Don't do me like this. There we go.
let me show you guys so you know what we're talking about. She really does look like Ronald.
There are few things I find as ugly as those like puffed up cheeks. Ah.
Well, it's also the eyes. She's done something with the coloration of her eyes.
It's crazy because she used to be a very attractive. She used to be a very attractive lady.
When plastic surgery goes wrong.
Lark Voorhees' face. What happened?
That's a terrible title of an article. Like, she's got to see that and just her feelings must be instantly hurt. God damn it.
Yeah, dude. Wow, man. They gave her the Joker treatment.
Right? Let me tell you how I got these scars.
Yeah, wow. Holy crap. She got Jokerized. somebody threw her in the acne vat.
Lark Voorhees came out of that acne vat a MAGA princess.
Oh wow, look at all these. Anyway, but yes, to your point, some plastic surgeon said, "I know exactly what to do for you, Lark Voorhees.
We're gonna give you Ronald McDonald everywhere."
And then he took off his mask right as she was going under, and it was the Joker.
What origin story is that? I used to like Saved by the Bell.
Boy, man, what a nightmare. What a nightmare. Oh wait, where
yeah, so I'm just gonna go full plastic surgery. She's still working.
Oh right,
a call or some shit.
Poor Nikki. She's got a job.
What the fuck?
Hey, have you guys heard about?
There's people out there like, if I could just get a job, man.
Dude, have you heard about Mississippi? Parts of Mississippi.
What about Mississippi?
There's about a little shy of 200,000 people in Mississippi that can't drink water.
Oh yeah, Oof. Go ahead, sorry.
Here,
I was reading that article in the car this morning. I had to take my mother-in-law out to do errands, and I was reading that, but I didn't get a whole lot of time to finish it.
Yeah, here, let me post this here. Here we go. NBC News. Mississippi governor declares state of emergency with end of Jackson water crisis nowhere in sight. Residents of the capital city have been plagued by water problems and recent flooding caused by the latest shortage, which will last for an quote, an unknown period of time. Here's the governor, Taint Reeves. Water crisis in Mississippi. While residents are accustomed to water challenges, the current shortage of safe running water is particularly dangerous. This is a very different situation from a boil water notice, which is also a serious situation in which the residents of Jackson have become tragically numb to. Until it's fixed, it means we do not have reliable running water at scale. It means the city cannot produce enough water to reliably flush toilets, fight fire, or meet other critical needs.
I mean, it's what they're saying, right? That World War III will be fought over drink water instead of, like, territory and shit.
Ooh, whose water are we gonna steal? Canada. Time to invade Canada. They've got a bunch of fresh water up there, don't they?
I mean, yeah, Canadian people are cool, but the Canadian government's kooky. I mean, I say we just overthrow them.
Yeah, you're right. Matt brought up a point that it kind of sucks that there's a whole nation between us and the rest of our land, vis-a-vis Alaska. So yeah,
the inter-U.S. Alaska highway will bore it right through Canada.
First, what we do is we launch a nuke. We nuke all of French Canada.
No, Mob, not nuke. Don't want the fallout. Mob.
Oh right, you're right. I'm sorry. You're right. I'm jumping the gun. The fallout travels down. Michigan will
Canada doesn't have nukes. They've only been in existence since '86.
Michigan will probably not like that. Actually, most of the northeastern states probably wouldn't.
The Michigan militia and the crazy dudes in the UP will be leading the charge. What do you mean?
No, I mean I'm talking about the nuclear fallout. You know, because
they wouldn't like that. They like to live.
Yeah.
And breathe and stuff.
Yeah, no, they want their kids to have all their limbs and not extra.
Damn three-eyed babies from the Canada War.
We had to make special sniper rifles for the three-eyed babies.
2 scopes? That's too many.
Yoji says they've been pushing off and mismanaging the water system for several decades. That is common amongst most cities. Countries are already stealing water. Companies have been doing it for years. The Saudis are stealing water from Arizona to grow alfalfa sprouts to feed their cows for less than market rate. Who approved that contract?
Yeah, no, I fucking agree.
Fuck that.
We need all of the politicians to get on one plane and have it crash. I'm sorry. Like, no designated survivors. We can't. I don't even want to get it to that part. Like, we need a full new roster.
Yeah, let's pick them out like the.
We need to go back to the citizen republics.
Oh, new American politician, will you vote on your favorites?
Oh,
Trump
nice.
gets voted out early. He's just like, I'm back. Vote for me. And they're like, nah, you're fired.
Get out of here. You're fired.
Very, very popular and very popular.
Bigly.
Fucking making up words. What a dope. Bigly.
Hey, Earthbound, what's new with the Dutch? Give me some Dutch news.
Well, a Dutch commando got shot in America.
Oh yeah, that's right. What do you? What?
Three got shot. One died.
Yeah, one died. Yeah, three got shot. One died. Yeah.
Yeah. What?
They were out on leave too. Like they weren't even on a mission.
Matt was talking to me about this, and none of it makes any goddamn sense.
Yeah, they were just outside their hotel. But there's no information been given either. Like nobody said it was a robbery or anything. It was just like these 3 Dutch soldiers that are in town doing a training exercise, left their hotel to go like get something to eat or whatever, and they fucking all got shot.
Yeah, like that's all we know too. Like no information has been divulged at all.
How are the fucking Dutch handling that? Because I know the Americans would not be handling that information.
Oh yeah,
well
we don't really care about our military.
Oh, that's so
French
funny.
Be rioting.
It's like
it's like, oh man, that's unfortunate. Okay, moving on.
Anyway,
that's fucked.
It's like, so anyway, have you seen that hot fucking Finnish PM? She could fucking
the
PM.
one with her really awesome friends.
God, dude, her friends got her in so much trouble.
I want to be invited to that fucking party, bro.
Dude, if you're her friends, if you're her, do you ever hang out with those friends again? Or are you just like, man, but they can party, baby. They sure can party.
Those are probably her, like, if your friends, right, are comfortable enough to get drunk in your fucking office and whip their tits out, you've known those ladies for quite some time.
Yeah.
Like, they're not like, oh, I met them this year. They're like, I've known her since I was 4, and sometimes she pulls her tits out. She does that.
Yeah, you're right. These aren't some gals she met at the local Starbucks. These are...
The entire fallout about that was so strange to me because, like, there's pictures of our prime minister sitting in a coffee shop in Amsterdam just smoking weed out and about. Like...
Well, it's not even that. They're saying it was all the thing was like due to her being in her office, but it's like, bro, I thought for one thing Europe was way cooler with nudity.
Yeah, me too.
Like the Americans are prudes when it comes to nudity.
Yeah.
Like you see tits on advertising in the Europe. So like I don't know why it's a big deal there. A, it's in her office. B, and C, the picture. I mean, that was a private picture that got leaked. It wasn't like the press was in there going, "Excuse me, Prime Minister, can your friend put her tits away? I have questions."
Yeah.
Like, that's not what was happening.
It's like you can't really say Europe is cool about nudity because there's so many fucking
right?
cultures in
Yeah,
but
it's
generally.
Yeah, we thought the region as a whole was chill.
Western Europe is a lot more lenient than Eastern Europe. Like even like Poland, for example, still Poland still like abolished abortion like last year again.
Oh,
so,
again,
like,
it's back. No, it's gone. It's back. No, it's gone.
That probably comes from the religious Poland shit too.
Well,
yeah,
probably
so,
was abortion and Nikki shows up. What the fuck?
I don't know about. Well, Nikki's she's an abortion extraordinaire. I don't know about Eastern. I don't know about Western Europe, but when I think Eastern Europe, especially the Slavic nations, I don't even consider that Europe, dude. Those people are fucking animals, man.
It's Russia.
They're more animals than they are people.
Yeah, well,
when I'm thinking
Europe,
yeah, I'm thinking like everything.
That's why it's known as Eastern Europe and Western Europe.
Yeah,
right? Like,
I think Rammstein when I think of Eastern.
Western Europe is Europe. Eastern Europe is fuck if I know, dude. Dude, once you hit Turkey, you're done.
I'm pretty sure Game of Thrones addressed this. It's the wildlings.
Yeah.
The biggest what was really an eye opener for me was when I was visiting Germany, and I was like I was driving through like West Germany or former West Germany, and then got into East Germany, and the difference was light and like was ridiculous. And that was like, what, 20 years after the wall fell?
Jeez, it was still
Like,
weird, huh?
Even, yeah, like everything from the roads to just like the lighting, the houses, everything just looked more decrepit. It's just mind-boggling.
I heard
and that's the same country.
I heard Berlin is awesome though.
Berlin is cool, yeah.
Nice.
German people in general are really cool. Germany, I like Germany.
Now, do you have a preference for Germans? A la, Bavarian Germans versus the Prussian Germans?
I'm personally more of a fan of Westphalians, which is like Cologne and around that region. Right? But that's
so cool.
Mostly because they share a lot of Dutch culture. But,
ooh. I like whatever German's the most Dutch.
Shut up.
The Saudis are stealing water from Arizona. That's irritating. Some scumbag politician fucking lined their pockets with that deal. It's like, yeah, you want to take America's water? Sure. Sounds great, Saudi. Oh yeah, wait, hang on. You guys are behind 9/11? I know. Here, let's destroy Afghanistan. And you know what? Throw Iraq in there for good measure too. Because why not? Oh, what? Oh, you're harboring terrorists in Palestine and Saudi Arabia? We're not even going to mention that in the news. Chinese are also buying up U.S. farmland. They already bought the biggest distributor of meat. Man accused of shooting the Dutch commando. Read what I post sometimes, then you'll actually learn something. They were partying in the vacation home. Not the Prime Minister's residence. Oh, so then then who gives a shit what happens at the Prime Minister's vacation home?
That just seems totally unfair.
Yeah. It's like, are her friends, like, because they're her friends, are they like never allowed to pull their tits out just because they're friends with the Prime Minister?
Does anybody forget that Prince Harry was a fucking poon hound? And he was really like, just did whatever the fuck he wanted? Like, all she was doing was hanging out with her friends.
I mean, we're not even talking about the rest of the royals.
Like, yeah, like
the royals who decide to, have their way with the younglings. Yeah, I guess we're not. Yeah, right. We're not talking about that.
But I mean, like, I don't know. I just like they were part. Yeah, the vacation home.
Breaking news: an adult woman pulls her breasts out on vacation.
Dude, I can go on YouTube right now and find 6 videos of that. I mean, go to a concert. Why is this bad? I think you've got a pretty hip prime minister, frankly.
Yeah, dude. Again, compared to like what we have over here, it's
right.
Like,
we got people like
our president is
Pelosi's
decrepit,
and Clinton's, man. And Biden is starting to look like Mason Verger from Hannibal. Have
the wheelchair guy.
Yeah, he's starting to kind of look like that, dude.
Yeah, looks like he's melting.
What the fuck's that about? Yeah, he's like a popsicle in the sun.
I'm melting.
Remember the face popsicles you get from the ice cream truck?
Yeah, that's exactly. You're right. That's it.
Right.
The gum, dude, I love how the face popsicles from the ice cream truck. They never lined up. They never looked anywhere near as good as the picture. They were always super off.
Well, people always like. There's all these videos of him yelling like at the podium, that's a sign of degenerative disorder when you can't control either your emotion or your tonal influx.
Yeah,
and like, of course, right wing is making fun of him for it, but like that's a serious issue, dude.
Yeah, your brain is turning into fucking sludge before everybody's eyes.
Basically, it's basically Dr. Octavius's story where he's like, the mind is good, but the body won't work.
Is that the Spider-Man PS4
video game?
Dude, love it, man. Did you finish it, right?
Dude, I just played it on PC again. I beat the whole fucking thing.
Oh man, dude, did you tear up at the Aunt May stuff?
What's that?
Dude, the Aunt May decision.
Oh, okay. So that always hurts a little because I buried my mother.
Sure, no, of course.
I beat that part, and it was like a Saturday morning, and I was tired, and it did for like sometimes games and movies will get me, but not a ton.
Right.
It fucking got me this time. The first time too, because that was like right after my mom passed. But other than that, like, Yeah, no, it still gets me. It sucks.
I mean, it's why Spider-Man's one of my favorite characters.
Even the Miles Morales' dad getting killed doesn't make me tear up, but it's just like that poor boy.
Yeah,
like
no,
I get
man.
that sort of like I'm an old man now, so it's like he's gonna grow up with no daddy.
But you know what, dude? The part where Miles comes out to Peter, which is a funny way of playing it. But
and then he's just like, no, it's not dad. And that's such a cool scene.
Where he's like, where Peter starts giving him the talk about puberty, even though Miles like 16 years old.
The kid's got a mustache, brother.
Yeah.
He knows how his dick works.
Your body's
did you play the DLC for it?
I did the was it the Hammerhead one or the Black Hat DLC?
Yeah. So in like Miles starts calling Peter and like, yo, can you train me? Like it's all a prelude to the Miles Morales expansion. And like all of the DLCs, he does that.
I haven't played the Miles Morales version yet.
It has not released on PC yet, and I've told myself I'm not playing anything first party Sony anymore until I get a PS5, if and when.
Same.
Also, they're releasing them on PC, and it's like, you give me more products like Death Stranding, God of War, Spider-Man, and I will buy them day one. I will spend $60. I will spend $70 if it's a game like, you know.
Did you know that Insomniac is working on a Wolverine game next?
That is the only fucking game that is Sony exclusive that is going to pull me in to spend $550 on a PS5. That single title.
If they can nail Wolverine, they will. Dude, that Spider-Man video game is so good.
It's so good. It's one of the best games ever made.
It is my favorite Spider-Man property. Like I mean, above comic books, movies, Spider-Man TV shows, animated stuff. Jeff,
it's not an origin story.
It's number one. It's because it has every aspect of Spider that makes him Spider-Man. It's in there, and it's his suffering, which it sounds a little masochistic, but the thing is, it's not. He's cursed with being Spider-Man.
Well, no, it's the Spider-Man suffering. So like in the game, you've been Spider-Man for 8 years. You're like 24 years old. You work with Doc Ock. This is it's Octavius's origin story essentially.
Yeah.
You work with him. You and MJ are broken up because you're fucking Spider-Man, and it's hard.
Mm-hmm.
And like that's a big part of it with MJ. She gets into the mix. The Black Cat DLC is interesting because you find out that she's got a kid, and then there's a moment where MJ's like, "What if the kid looks like Peter?" So in this universe, Black Cat and Peter officially were together at one point.
Yep.
Like, I don't know, if you've never played the Spider-Man game and you've got a gaming rig and you have interest, it's Epic, no, that's on Steam and shit, I'm sorry. Totally worth the money. You could probably get it on a little bit of a sale at this point. Just amazing. Like, in my opinion, depending on your rig, fuck the ray tracing, it adds very little. Playing Spider-Man at 120 frames a second is fucking awesome.
Oh my goodness. Yoji's on board, right, Yoji?
Speaking of Sony bought a 30% share in From Software, Michael.
Whoa, interesting.
And a new whatchamacallit's being made. Not Elden Ring, Dark Souls.
Interesting.
What?
New Dark Souls?
I read a report.
Remastering it?
No, I read a report that a new Dark Souls game was in the works. Also, check out, I think, what is it, Let It Lie or some shit? It's a game coming to Game Pass, they think. And it's like Pinocchio story meets Dark Souls.
Huh, that could be cool.
I mean, I'm on board. I'll play them all until I get angry, and then I'll take a break, and I'll play something else.
Hey, Gecko.
I'm telling you, Matt, we need to try out that multiplayer mod for Elden Ring. It's actually really cool.
Yeah, I agree. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Maybe Mike can join in on that as well.
Dude, yeah. Well, I'll go into your worlds and chill.
I don't even need to stream it. I'll just play. How many can you play at once with? P. Thank you, Yoji.
Up to 4.
Oh, really?
Damn,
you can have
dude,
3 people in your party?
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. And you don't have to deal with any of that summoning shit. It's just like a jump in.
You can fast travel. You can ride a horse, like everything. You can. It's literally just single player game, but with friends.
Dude,
that mod made the game so much better for a lot of people.
I gotta reinstall it because I didn't play it for a while, and I'm constantly managing space because I record every stream.
Oh yeah, that's gigs and gigs and gigs.
Here's my thing: is I have a cloud backup and it's all backed up, but like I kind of want I kind of just want to get a 4T, 5T external offloaded on there so I at least have a physical copy of everything too. So I'm just got to do that. It's money, buddy.
Well, we gotta plan that shit, but for now, I gotta hop off because I want to take a shower before armor. So.
See you at 1, my friend. 1 my time.
Yeah, did you download
I already
the new
did it.
preset?
I already did
Okay,
it.
good. Okay.
I'm terrible with that.
I know, that's why I sent you a DM.
I know. It's fully justified. Totally.
Man, I love that you guys are hanging out. That's great.
I love EB. I've met several friends from the Netherlands in that area, and they're all fucking great, man.
Excellent. No, EB's a good dude. I mean, the guy's been here for fucking 5 years. Shit.
Yep, sure has.
I'm
All right,
glad-
good chilling with you folks. I'm gonna head on out.
Later, buddy.
Bye-bye.
Let's see. Do you guys think they will come through with a Bloodborne 2?
Dude, I would be happy with a Bloodborne PC port. Can you imagine Bloodborne, full detail, 60 frames a second, 120 frames a second if it doesn't break the engine?
No, that'd be wild.
But if they're stupid not to explore it. I mean, Bloodborne. Well, I don't know. How did Bloodborne sell? Because they treat it like the ugly stepchild, and it really was a great game.
Bloodborne. Man, I forgot about Bloodborne. Oh, Bloodborne on PC would be amazing. Yeah, no, if they like upres it.
Oh, I'd love it.
How much would you pay for it though?
You know what? I honestly, if they gave me a good port that had a bunch of like, all the details I can max out, if it was optimized and ran well, I'd pay full 60.
Fair.
If it was just a basic port, minimal detail options, but you get your full 60 frames, you get every, the details as max as it could, 40. But I'd pay full 60 if they did a good job on it. I'd have no problem with that because it takes time. It
Sure.
takes money. It takes time away from developing new titles. Well, see, that's what we're saying is like, if it has to be a good port, because if it's not a remaster and it's kind of a port that has performance issues, I didn't buy Final Fantasy VII Remake when it first came out because it ran like shit on PC.
Ouch.
And I was like, fuck that. I got it on sale for $35. Not the 70 they're charging.
You know.
Okay, is Last of Us 1 Remaster coming to PC at all? Because, once again, that's another thing I'm not going to obviously touch until a PS5.
You know what, dude? I have no idea, man. But I feel like how many times are they going to remaster Last of Us?
It literally is the second remaster. It is coming to PC. I am happy about that because Last of Us, the first one's one of my favorites. The second one's storyline I wasn't in love with, but still, a really well put together game. I think a lot of the hate for that game came from the creative director who was just a loudmouth.
Oh yeah, what's it? Noel. Isn't it Noel? Is it Noel?
It's something like that. I don't know. He was just kind of a douche. And
He's
I
a
don't think
blowhard.
people dug him all that much. Yeah, he was very vocal on Twitter, which, he would say things to purposely poke the trolls, and I think that's where a lot of that backlash came from. The game itself was well put together. It was just the story. I like Joel. So
I
that's a
like
big
Joel
problem,
too. I after I heard all the backlash, I thought, you know what, fuck it, I'm not gonna play this game. So give it to me. Give me the fucking spoilers.
Well, I mean, it's all it is essentially, you know what happened.
Yeah,
So I'm assuming you read them. Yeah.
Yep.
And it's
yep.
he was my favorite character. I think his and Ellie's adventure in the first one was really good. And here's the thing: even if they do what they do to him, the worst part about it is then you gotta for 8 hours of gameplay play as his killer.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck? I don't care about her story.
I will say, one of the points that the trolls had was, how the fuck is she that big during a fucking apocalypse?
Where do you get the protein
Dude.
intake to stay swole?
Dude, that would be like somebody getting as big as The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson in the Walking Dead. It's like, hold the fuck on. Did you find some secret hoard? Did you find?
Yeah. In a survival scenario where food is scarce and you're just trying to survive.
Yeah, you try to find
staying
clean
swole.
water.
Yeah, right. You're trying to find any source of power you can so you can stop eating fucking canned tuna.
Right.
Get
Yeah,
out
you're
of here.
malnourished. You're sick. Most people are barely.
Nobody
scraping
should
by.
be. And that's what was nice about the original combo is you had, a girl coming of age, and then you had Joel who was just like a fucking skinny redneck dude. Like he wasn't jacked.
Right.
Because you're surviving. Look at have you ever play the one another first-party Sony that came to PC as well, the motorcycle game, Days Gone.
No, I never played Days Gone. Heard about it,
There
though.
was nobody ripped in Days Gone. Every character model was like thin. They weren't necessarily frail, but by the way, another masterful PC port.
Nice.
Really good game to play.
You know, it's crazy. But like, but Abby's like fucking yoked. By the way, anybody who actually like spent time in the gym or knows anything about putting on muscle mass, for a woman cannot get that big without either an immense amount of time or lots of help. We'll say. We'll see.
Well, yeah,
Mexican supplements.
I'll put it this way, dude. I'm trying to work out 4 days a week, and it's all to put on and maintain the muscle mass. Like, I've got enough fat to convert, you know, where my energy supply doesn't wane.
Right.
But if you're a thin woman or relatively thin woman and you start weightlifting, the uptake in things like proteins and things like that are gonna your nutrition and caloric intake would have to up. You know, you'd have to have a high caloric intake to be able to support the bulk.
Right.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Yoji says,
I mean, it's not.
Yoji says it's a game. Now, listen.
If it's in the game.
Now that's a fair defense for a lot of like mechanics and that kind of shit. But this is a game that is semi-realistic in its depiction of. At no point does Joel get superpowers and able to punch through doors and stuff.
Yeah. Also, if we're gonna be, when does that stigma disappear? Like, how we can't just let things hide behind, oh, it's a game, when it's a $50 million budget, you have actors and mocap, and the story is written, and it's emotional, and it's supposed to be as cinematic as possible. The it's a game thing no longer makes sense when you're striving for realism. And I understand you could say, oh, it's a game about zombies and clickers and creatures, you know, but still, they're trying to keep it grounded in the character. It's not like it's goofy, like.
Right.
So
this isn't Sonic the Hedgehog.
You know. Exactly. Yeah, it's not. We're not looking at super. Like, I'm not asking why Luigi fucking is jacked. Like, this is supposed to be a real character in a real universe.
God, I'd love to see a jacked Luigi, just fucking yoked.
I want to see him in the next Smash Brothers, just fucking steroid Luigi.
I want to see him. I imagine Luigi a little older, so I'd like to see him with the human growth hormone Joe Rogan bloat.
Oh, we got the Stallone special. You remember when he got arrested boarding an airplane with human growth hormone?
Oh my God, man! Imagine, God, man, was he just taken in the bathroom now?
Well, I mean, he's old, dude. Like, Stallone's in his fucking 70s, so it's like he is clearly using testosterone. Schwarzenegger is clearly on testosterone. Like,
yeah, those guys are like bloated.
They just travel with it because he. Well, even the ones that don't, you can't be 70 and fucking jacked without some help. Just like you can't be a skinny waif and then be jacked without some help or time.
Right.
Just and these guys, time isn't the same. Like, they need help. You need that extra T.
Nikki's taking testosterone right now. I just saw her use the needle. Right in the butt cheek.
Oh.
Right. Oh, wow.
You guys are stupid.
She's got eyes on her butt cheek.
She used two. I mean, she's double dosing.
I have 4. Get it right.
Oh, wow. That's, well.
Yeah, she went to Oaxaca and got the good stuff.
Oaxaca.
Listen, it's America, baby. I don't give a shit what those mongrels call their fucking city.
He did profess this in the Discord that we say things the way we want them in America.
I've literally been here for 5 years. I'm aware.
Yeah, she's just teasing. Is it really Oaxaca?
Oaxaca.
They should put a W in there then.
You would think, but
instead of an
it's just
O
like
and an X.
The JHs.
It's well, I mean, look at how Dachshund is spelled.
Oh my God, dude.
The English, yeah.
You know, it's like, wait, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Dachshund's not a real word?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? What the? I've been lied to my whole life.
I'm reading the way I was taught. What?
It says dash hound. No, it's Dachshund. Where is there an X?
Dash hound.
Yeah.
Yeah, that when I found that out, which was very late in life, my wife looked at me like I was stupid.
Oh, come on, man.
She was like, "No, dude, that's a dachshund." And I'm like, "Look, you work with dogs, you get it. How the fuck am I supposed to know that? I thought they were two completely different dogs, dachshunds and dachshunds."
That's funny. How long ago was that?
Only a couple years. I never had a dachshund.
Yeah, I never owned one.
How the fuck am I supposed to know?
And you probably, if you're not writing about them, how the hell are you supposed to, you know?
Well, yeah. No,
oh, Dachshund, I spell your name weird. I would name my dachshund too, just to fuck with people.
John Amore says, "What you
Spell it
drawing,
like
Mike?"
D-O-X-I-N.
John, did I not tell you about this this team I'm sketching?
I don't believe I heard it either.
I told Nikki, I think. So a couple years back.
Oh yeah.
A couple years back, 2019, I go for a drive with my friend to visit my parents. They live in Astoria, and him and I, my boy John, we go for a slice of pizza, cause why not? And then as we're walking to the pizzeria, I see this duo, I'll call them, and it's this elderly woman, this infirmed elderly woman in a big mobile chair, like that she is like drowning in. And walking alongside her, almost like a bodyguard, is this kind of like buff 10-year-old who's got the Wesley Snipes Demolition Man do, but like grown out. And he's also got the Beavis and Butthead special. Like he's got these like black shoes with white socks and short shorts. Also, I think he was wearing like a baby. He was wearing now I remember because I saw the picture the other day. He's wearing a baby blue like Gap Kids T-shirt too. And he was, you know, a light-skinned kid. He may have been Dominican, he may have been mulatto, whatever. But no, he was like her little bodyguard. And I saw them just hanging out, and I had to take a picture. I took a picture of them from behind because I didn't want to be too creepy about it. And it took me a while. Actually, I had to go digging through my various photo archives to finally find the picture. And I found it. And let me see if I can show you guys. Here it is. I showed everybody just yesterday, or day before yesterday, but here we go again. This way. So you know I'm not teasing. Here he is. Now either this is a see, that's the thing. Either this is a 30-year-old man or this is a 10-year-old boy. There's a lady. I do not know what. Here's the Beavis and Butthead combo that I was talking about. I looked at her bags and she's got party mix and Entenmann's. Oh, drawing video. But yes, so then I thought, oh man, I want to draw these guys, but fight things villains. I want to draw these guys, but you know, I want to like, how can I draw them and it still be kind of fun and cool?
You turn them into Borderlands characters. I like it.
Yeah. Yes, definitely like dystopian, like cyberpunk, 100%. That's exactly what I had in mind. Thank you, buddy. Like, dude, I love fucking cyberpunk. Like I consider Borderlands cyberpunk because of all the body modifications. It doesn't take place in a metropolitan, but it's cyberpunk in like where the nomads would live, you know, if you're playing the video game.
I mean, it depends on what, I mean, Borderlands 3 has a couple where you're like, there's a whole cyberpunk city that's kind of like been taken, like it's the corporate city.
Shit, I never played
that's
3,
being taken over.
But dude, even in 2, when you're fighting Handsome Jack and his like, you know, complex, that's the straight out of cyberpunk city, more or less.
What's really, even the Tiny Tina's keeps that feel, but it's all framed inside of a Dungeons and Dragons game.
Right. Fight things.
Like, I feel like you could also take this concept, and if you wanted to turn, like, if you were doing a comic about like older crypt keeper going through stories, that like you just have to change the head model a little, and you could use that as like,
this is definitely very crypt keeper.
I've got wheels.
Remember the cackling? I can't do it.
Dude, I can't either. It's too high pitched.
It's way too high pitched.
I fucking love Tales from the Crypt.
Me
dude.
too,
It was one
man.
of my favorite shows.
Was that the one? Was Tales from the Crypt the one where Danny DeVito gets cut in half?
Dude, everybody who's anybody was in fucking Tales of the Crypt. Like, if they're super popular now, like Joe Pantaleone, Schwarzenegger, DeVito was in one of, or like, and then you had the offshoot, which was like, Tales from the Crypt was HBO rated R, and then you had Beyond Belief, where it was just that dude who's like, is this story real? And did something from above touch her? Or is it a pure fiction? And he's like, we'll tell you at the end of the episode.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, remember that fucking guy
Beyond
with the really
Belief,
dark
dude.
hair?
That was Jonathan Frakes, man. That was number one. That was Commander Riker, baby.
Well, see, he didn't start in it, though. It was a different host for like the first 3 seasons.
Oh, shit. I didn't know that.
And then he pops out of nowhere and the show got better. Like they got more budget and shit when he got on board or something.
My favorite is the meme.
Like, it was, yeah.
Where he's like, it never happened.
Yeah, exactly.
It was a work of fiction.
I mean, the weird thing about Tales of the Crypt is the last season, they switched production to overseas. Like they were the whole production went over to London. So the entire last season last season or two is all like European British actors.
Yuck.
I know, right? Like, fuck, man.
Nikki, how do you feel about the British? Go on, let them have it.
Get him.
I'm okay, thank you.
If Earthbound was in here, he'd rail on the French for you.
Yeah, Nikki, give him the old Oaxaca classic.
Yeah, with no W.
Shut up. With no W. You little hooligans.
Yeah, here, for anybody who's curious, let me see. Here's how you spell Oaxaca. Here we go. If you're curious about why I keep pronouncing it weird, this is how it's fucking spelled, the city.
Fucking dash hound.
Yeah. Yeah, even saying that phonetically in English, what would that Oaxaca?
Oaxaca, right?
Osaka. That sounds Japanese almost.
Osaka.
Z?
Well, X is pronounced like a Z sometimes, Nicole. Like you don't pronounce it Xana, warrior princess.
Okay. That was good.
I didn't know where you were going. Then you said warrior princess.
Yeah. I found out, and I will watch it tonight. Team America is on Paramount, and I have.
Oh, don't watch it
Ooh.
with Jake. Whatever you do.
Oh
No, we don't
my
have Jake's
god.
face, so.
Yeah, no. It's puppets, but these puppets are
Yeah,
Puppets?
it's puppets. Yeah,
it's puppets. It's puppets, Nikki.
Hey, do you want to watch Team America tonight?
I bet you he knows what it is.
I'm live.
Does
Be
Joe
careful what
know?
you say. What?
Does
I'm
Joe
live.
know what it is?
Yeah, he knows what it is.
Oh yeah, see.
Dude, I saw that in the theater with my friend, and I swear I almost pissed my fucking pants.
Movie's
Dude.
just my favorite is the Kim Jong-un impression. It's
Dude.
just fuck you, Hans Bricks. That just
Dude.
gets me every time.
Dude, the scene in this part of the movie is what gets me.
Get out of the street, you fucking bum!
Where he's just like violently projectily vomiting.
Okay. There is a small scene where we're not small, but it's when the canal floods, and one
Okay.
of the puppets goes, "No, no, no me
Yes.
gusta," as the wave takes him down.
Oh my goodness. God, what a
So
movie.
hungry. Yeah, dude. Oh, and then obviously the acronym of the Film Actors Guild
Yes,
that
the
we
Film
cannot
Actors
talk
Guild.
about.
Nope.
Like it's, I just
Alec
I gotta
Baldwin
watch that
got
movie
it,
now.
dude. God, they
Yeah,
all.
he was pissed about
And
it.
you
too.
got to keep in mind, man, they're all Hollywood. Like they ripped on these celebrities relentlessly. Like,
Can I ask you something?
yeah, what's up?
How the fuck did Stephen Baldwin become the best Baldwin?
Is he? I don't know anything about.
Dude,
Which
he
one-
has
is he the
exactly,
fat one?
exactly. No, he's the one that was in Biodome. The fat one's Billy Baldwin or Willie or the other one. I
There's
don't know.
Billy. Yeah, there's Billy, and then I thought Steven went full
Steven,
crazy.
Alec.
I thought Steven
So
went
no,
full...
he's not full crazy. He's full religious. So it's technically
Oh.
full crazy, but all he's doing is making like religious skateboard videos for kids. Like he's
Oh
not
my
doing
God.
anything wrong. He
No.
hasn't murdered a woman.
It's just cringe.
He hasn't bloated himself on cocaine to the point of death. Like he's just doing nothing. He's just chilling. He's just doing religious shit. He's clearly the best Baldwin for now until he.
I would
starts
say
to fold or
Billy's the
something.
best Baldwin because I forgot that he existed.
I hate his face though. He looks like he looks like the fucking rat Baldwin.
Yeah, he is the rat. He's the fat rat bastard Baldwin. But-
Is he the one that's in John Carpenter's Vampires?
He was in a bunch of movies.
Because
A
there's
long
the
time
one that's
ago.
thin, and he's got more of a weird like weasel face, and then you've got the other Baldwin that's like a fat drunk.
I feel like any of those could have been Alec Baldwin at any point in
Yeah,
his life.
in the 80s it was fit, chiseled jaw. In the 90s it was fat. And then in the 30 Rock era, it was fat then thin.
Man,
Now he's a murderer.
That guy used to be so handsome too.
He really was a dashing. I will say his performance in Glenn Ross, he still can't fuck with.
Yeah, beastly performance. Matt Damon. God, man, they fucking. I wonder if
I'm
Matt
so
Damon.
excited you're watching that movie.
I wonder
Yeah, I
if
don't want
Matt
to get
Damon,
yelled
how
at
he felt
again.
about that.
So
Like, I wonder
I
if
mean-
Matt Damon like took it like as the goof that it was, or he got pissy.
I don't know, man. I can't get a read on him. Like sometimes he seems like he can joke, and then sometimes he seems just like over emotional and angry.
Pretentious Hollywood.
Yeah, like who
I
are you
have
to tell me anything?
I have seen people quoting his interview. I don't even know where he did the interview, but where he talks about why Hollywood stopped being creative.
I have not seen that one.
Yeah, so basically, and you're hearing it from me, and I was told to it from a couple different people at this point. And then people have referenced the interview, but I haven't seen it. However, the way it's been told to me is, Matt Damon says, "Listen, back in the day, studios would take more chances with properties. You know, like I said, all the properties that they're redoing now, somebody had to take a chance on 40 years ago up till the early 2000s. So like whether it be Ghostbusters or fucking E.T. or The Goonies, these are, these movies cost millions and millions of dollars. So the studio had to basically take a bit of a gamble, right? Because these are unknown elements. And yeah, sure, you've got Steven Spielberg, but how the fuck do you know a movie about dinosaurs is going to work? Or a movie about guys who fight ghosts, like surly fucking New Yorkers fighting ghosts? You don't,
Rocky.
right? Look at Back to the Future, right? That movie went through so many iterations and changes, and fucking Stoltz was actually the original Marty, and they filmed 90%
entirely refilmed most of the fucking movie.
Yeah, while Michael J. Fox is doing Family Ties as well, filming at night. Anyway,
Talented bastard.
but like, how the fuck are you supposed to know any of this shit's gonna work? But the thing is, the studios were somewhat emboldened because at the time they could make their money back through VHS and eventually DVDs. So even though Lord of the Rings didn't make, Lord of the Rings made a boatload of money, but it made as much nearly in fucking DVD sales.
Yeah, well, especially they have the theatrical, and then they release the extended, and then you have. I mean, that's also due to technological advancements.
Yeah.
You got DVDs, then you got Blu-rays, and now you got 4Ks.
Blade Runner, another one.
Ooh,
where
7 different fucking versions.
Yeah.
4, I think, different of that
A
movie.
box office flop, a bomb, but because it became a cult hit, the VHS and DVD sales of that thing, legendary. So Hollywood, so it had a second life in this alternate form of movie release, but with the invention of streaming and the death of DVDs and physical sales, that whole revenue stream disappeared, vanished. So now Hollywood, they didn't have this, listen, we'll recoup our losses in the, in the post movie release sale.
You do have like digital rentals, but I mean, I don't know. I look at it like if it's $7 to rent a 4K and it's $20 to buy it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I don't know if I'm gonna rent it necessarily, unless it's a movie. Like I'll just wait if it's a movie that I don't need to see, if that makes sense.
Sure. Yeah. So.
Dude, I'm sorry. I have to go. I just looked at the time.
Oh boy. All right, bud.
I got an Arma op at 1, and then I gotta go directly from that to picking up the lady from work.
Okay, man. Dude, good hang. Thanks for.
Yeah, I was glad you started when you did. I got to chill with you a bit. I was happy with that.
Good chill session. Now it's just me and Nicole Gonzalez.
Well, you asked her that question you were talking about at the beginning, and I will talk to both of you later.
Bye, Maddie.
Bye.
Bye, buddy. I don't even know. I don't know what question he's talking about. So no question for you, Nicole.
Well, damn.
Yeah, now we'll never know. Oh, John Moore says it was the Hot Ones interview. You know what? I don't watch Hot Ones like that normally. I generally only scroll on over to Hot Ones if I generally only scroll on over to Hot Ones if somebody tells me to. So, John, you telling me to go check out Hot Ones for the Matt Damon interview? I'll probably go watch that one. Like, people told me to watch the Liz Olsen one. Obviously, the Paul Rudd interview was pretty crazy. Paul Rudd. Nikki, do you watch Hot Ones?
Not really.
You've seen the clips.
Am I gonna get in trouble for that too?
No. I'm sure, but Nikki, you've seen the clips, right?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So for that show, it's really crazy to see the celebrities, the ones who can and can't handle spices, because they completely lose their shit. I was watching a very attractive light-skinned black lady, Tessa Thompson. I was watching her on Hot Ones, and she lost her composure so badly. She was basically at the end of it speaking gibberish. She was saying like nonsensical things, and her whole face was like melting with tears and water. It was so hot. Nikki G.
Nikki D.
Yeah.
I remember I was eating just the mango habanero from Buffalo Wild Wings, and then I slowly couldn't hear people. I was like, what?
Just the ringing.
Like, yeah, it was like I was like so confused, and I'm like, I can hear you, but it's like muffled. And I was like, get these away from me. They were delicious though, but I had no idea that was a thing.
Nikki's like, get this out of here.
Why do you always make me sound like Fat Albert?
That's how you sound, dude. I'm just doing my... Oh, no. No.
No.
John says, Lizzie Olsen was unaffected. And he's 100% right. Elizabeth Olsen, what's crazy about Elizabeth Olsen's appearance on that show is that one of two things are happening, because she's seemingly unaffected by... Dude, some of the peppers are so hot that I've watched grown men quit on that show. I've watched grown men seem like they're gonna shit their pants from the heat. Frodo said his friend freaked out. Frodo said his friends freaked out so much after they tried to do their own version of it. So they bought all the same versions and just took spoonfuls. His friend was in so much intestinal pain, he went to the hospital because he wasn't sure what the fuck was happening to his digestive system. That's how bad it was. And Elizabeth Olsen got in there. That crazy bitch, she got in there, and she was unfucking phased by it. The hottest pepper, the one that makes everybody freak the fuck out, I think it's called the atomic bomb, whatever it is. It's like a nuclear explosion. That one makes people freeze up. They literally freeze on contact when dealing with it. The most she said was, "Ooh, I don't like that." She said that. She wasn't crying. She wasn't coughing. She never lost her composure. I don't know if you've ever seen Elizabeth Olsen in interviews, but she's very articulate. She's like hyper articulate. She has this beautiful I guess this kind of like the way she's able to articulate her words. It's like this amazing elocution of the English language. It's almost like she's a professional narrator, and when she speaks, she's just narrating her life to you. It's actually really, I find it very attractive, but she's almost like, she's like a fucking robot. So watching her not break at all, I was so impressed, but also I was a little scared, because I thought one of two things is happening here with Elizabeth Olsen. So either option one, Elizabeth Olsen is completely unaffected by spice. High, ridiculously body-shocking, mouth-melting levels of spice she's unaffected by. Like it's her superhuman power. That's option 1, which is insane. Option 2, and I think this is the scariest option. She is affected by it, same as everyone else. She was in immense amounts of pain and agony, same as Tom Holland, same as all these other people, except she just took it on the chin. Rather than break her composure in that moment, knowing that the cameras are on her, she just pushed it down. Like she just took all that pain and agony, and rather than like acting out and like crying and spitting and chugging milk and drink, I watched Gordon Ramsay chug a fucking bottle of Pepto-Bismol from the like drinking it like it was a Yoo-hoo, like it was Nesquik. Elizabeth Olsen unaffected. So either way, either she's a fucking complete robot, or she has like a psychopath's level of self-control. Both options to me terrifying. So hot, says John Moore. John Moore's turned on. John, you like these characters, baby? Nikki, you like these characters, baby?
Yeah, I mean, you grabbed two people off the street and made them into. I mean, like honestly, the grandma looks nothing alike because you transformed her, which is wild. She looks like a creepy witch. It's creepy. John said so hot.
Yeah, John loves...
Yeah, give me those fingers.
Yeah, John's talking about the characters and how sexy these characters are.
Oh.
John's got a granny fetish. All of his porno searches are GILF porn. You know what it is because people only live in the Philippines to like 50, 60 before they die of natural causes over there. So there aren't a whole lot of old people around. So it's very provocative for John. You know what I started watching, Nikki? I started watching Formula One racing on Netflix.
What's that?
It's literally, you know, it's not NASCAR, but you know the cars that aren't NASCAR that also race, and they look like bullets with wheels. Nicole Gonzalez.
Bullets with wheel. I'm here. I'm just thinking.
Here, just Google F1 car, and you'll see what I'm talking about.
Sorry, I'm getting ready to present in my meeting. So.
Oh, you're presenting.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I started watching. There's a whole show about it on Netflix. I started watching it, and dude, I'm loving it, man.
What's it called again?
I think it's called Formula One. I don't know, fucking sucking the devil's teat or something. It's got a fucking crazy name.
Oof.
But it's F1 racing on Netflix.
Ooh, I Am a Killer has a new season out. That's a good one.
What's that?
Oh my gosh, they like interview real people who've murdered,
Ooh.
and then some of them get out of prison. Like
sure.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's wild.
They serve their time.
No, like earlier. You know what I mean? Like.
They get paroled.
Yeah. But you're just like the way things are set up, it's like they shouldn't have, or if they should, how do they manage to get out now? Good behavior, like what did they do to, you know, like you killed somebody.
John would be on that show if they ever caught him.
Netflix.
It's always crazy to hear how people get caught, or better yet, the ones that elude justice for so long. I think I was looking at a report somewhere, and the report was basically like there's anywhere between like 25 to 50 active serial killers right now out there.
I think it's wild.
Just based on like, it's almost like scientifically they were able to figure out that black holes existed before they ever saw one. Like I think it was like Einstein theorized it. Like so, like the math was there. They were able to prove that black holes existed without being able to physically detect one. And I feel like I was watching a report where there's been enough, like in certain areas, there's enough disappearances of people where they find bodies, and they are all similarly either disposed of or were, you know, unalived the same way. And so there's enough evidence that, oh crap, this area is a hunting ground or a disposal ground for a predator of sorts. But you know, they don't catch him. I mean, look at the Zodiac killer. He taunted law enforcement and taunted and taunted, and they never caught his ass.
Isn't that one always got to me? Because I'm like, how close? He was so close to them, you know?
Yeah.
He like knew what they were doing. Yeah, that one.
Yeah, man.
Oof. I miss watching that shit with you guys, like the serial killer documentaries and stuff.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. No, me too.
I was talking to Dave Chan the other day.
Oh yeah,
I
you
was
slid
like,
into his DMs.
No.
You sent him
I
feed
don't know
pics.
how. Yeah. But I was like, man, I miss hanging out in like Discord with you guys and like watching creepy, like scary. You know how we used to like watch clips?
Yeah, sure.
Creepy.
We sure did.
We should do that since Halloween is coming up.
Yeah, we used to have a spooktacular time.
A spooktacular time, you dork.
Did I tell you I had pumpkin spice latte the other day?
No, I'm jealous. The one by me closed down for renovation, so the closest one is still not close, and I'm like, ugh, I could have used one right now.
How far away are we talking, Nicole Gonzalez?
Okay, well, it's not far, but I'm at work. I was gonna use my 15 to go to the closest one, which is like 5 minutes, but this one is like maybe 20-ish. 20 minutes for a coffee.
20 minutes is it's 20 minutes both ways, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's 40
so
minutes for a coffee. That's fucking a.
Now the other one, I can go to and back in 15. So I'm like, open up.
Let's see.
I drink more of iced chai though.
Oh.
But I am tasting, or I'm tasting. I am wanting a
Mama chai.
It's got to be iced chai with oat milk and 3 pumps of brown sugar.
Do they call you brown sugar when you show up to Starbucks?
No, but that's actually kind of cute. Did you see my face? If not, that's okay. That was funny.
All right, let's see. Let's see how close the fastest Starbucks to me is. Let's see. Because I'm in New York City, but I am in the far boroughs. Let's see. From my location, right? Meow.
Meow.
Right, meow.
It has 4 lanes of very shortly.
Ooh, it has my location way off. I'm not over there, dickhead. Meow, meow, meow. Man, you think one day John will ever come over to hang out?
That would be nice. Then we can curl his hair together with our fingers.
Man, his hair is already curly like an old cordless phone. Okay, let's see. Directions from... Alright, so this Starbucks is 0.4 miles away. No, that's not... Oh, god damn it. It put my location... Oh, god, fucking Google Maps, man. I'm not over there, dickhead. Alright, a 9-minute drive. 1.7 miles away is one Starbucks. What about the other Starbucks? What about the Starbucks on Franny Lou?
Franny Lou?
Yeah. Oh, now we're talking. 7 minutes away, 1.4 miles. There we go. Why is it so far for you, Nicole? Are you in the woods?
No, I'm in the suburbs. What's going on with this piece of hair?
Do you like living in the suburbs? Better than living in the city proper?
Yeah, I miss the city when it comes to like having like the books, you know, the bookstores and like the coffee shops and like just having things kind of like walking, right?
Walking.
But it's quiet over here. And there's not a lot of people out if you want to do something like earlier in the morning. It's cheaper because Will County tax suck. I want to say like, you know what? I wonder how much. Let me look at something compared to ours, and we'll see. Gas prices in Chicago. Oh, you know what? Gas prices in Will County. I got that fucking song stuck in my head. Oh, Gas Buddy's coming up. Okay. In Chicago, Illinois. Okay, $4.49 is the current average for the city of Chicago. Where am I at? That ain't even different. Never mind. Well, hold on. Cook County. I'm sorry. I mixed up these things. Cook County is $4.63, and Will County is $4.25. So that is a difference. I apologize.
Dude, you're paying $4 for gas?
Yeah. How much are you paying?
$3.99.
What?
How the fuck?
I hate this state. God
how the
damn
fuck
it.
is it cheaper? Dude, how the fuck is gas cheaper in NYC than in Chicago suburb? That's that's crazy.
I can't wait to get out of this fucking state.
Where are you gonna go?
And then a pack of cigarettes is like $11 now. Like,
oh boy.
What? Listen, if you are a smoker, I'm not judging you because I used to smoke. I think I quit like 6 years ago now. No, 5.
6 years.
6 years. But like maybe this is like your sign to, hey, that's $11.
So much.
You could be saving for gas or groceries. Yeah, Yoji. It's not new to us. It's just like every time we discuss it, like if we're talking to somebody about it, we're just like, here's like a deeper, a huge reminder that get the fuck out of Illinois, right?
Get out of Illinois. Yoji says Chicago has high taxes since they've been short of money for over a decade. They've even passed special taxes to try and help bridge the gap. Yoji, how do we feel about that?
Noise. Okay. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. What else do I have to do? I don't want to do this.
This black man's chocolatey skin, I think, is a little bit too chocolatey. I think I gotta lighten him up a little bit. Get rid of Lightfoot. You mean Beetlejuice?
Beetlejuice. She's something.
Does Joe love Lightfoot?
We actually don't talk politics.
You and Joe?
Yeah. We discuss things like Lord of the Rings stuff, or
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know, we're on that, or House of Dragon because we're watching.
Yeah.
That. Did you finally see the first episode or no?
No, I watched both. Episodes. Night of.
I didn't see the second one yet.
Oh.
Because I was waiting for Joe, and because he was out of town, and I'm like, I need to see this, but I want to have wine with it, and we're out of wine, so.
Yeah, no, I guess if you've got strict rules with your significant other, you can't.
You know, it's not like really a strict rule. I just like have no interest in discussing it, and neither does he. You know what I mean? I'm not bashing people who do that. Of course, I'm sure it comes up, but we've actually just. I think the only time I've ever discussed it was when Trump got elected. but it wasn't like anything bad. It was like a quick chatter and move along.
Yeah, you were like, man, I can't wait to buy these fresh new MAGA hats.
Red looks good on me.
These limited edition Yeezy MAGA hats. Get rid of a whole lot of those corrupt morons. Yoji, isn't it wild that Yoji, isn't it wild that the Democrats have run that city for so long, and not just that one either. Why are comics so exhausting? Because it's thankless, tiresome work, John? It's tedious too at times. I remember Kennedy once told me that one of the things about comic books that really annoyed the shit out of him was when you draw a panel, like the first crack of the panel is really like the thumbnail of it, and then you gotta take that to pencils, and then you gotta hit it again with inks, and by that time you're fucking sick of looking at the goddamn thing, depending on how long it'll take. It's like, and then, God forbid, you're doing your own colors. Now it's your fourth crack of the same fucking panel. And by that
Sounds
point,
very
you just wanna
tiring.
rip your hair out.
Your best friend.
Yeah, it's I guess I imagine the other part is if you're working for a company, you're not working in the big leagues, if you're not doing the big time work, you're really not getting compensated for all that hard work. At least not fairly or decently. You gotta plug away and plug away and plug away. Right, Eric?
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Eric, I mentioned you and how you once told me how tedious it was working in comic books when you've got to draw the same.
Drawing comic books for a living is stupid. Anybody who does it is dumb.
Yeah.
Is that what you said?
The part that you mentioned to me was how, for some panels, hitting it first in the thumbnails, then again in the rough pencils, clean pencils, then for a fucking third time with inks, and then a fourth time with colors. Were you saying, but at that point you want to fucking just throw the goddamn tablet out the fucking window? At least at that time.
Keep in mind, I get bored easily, you know.
Yeah. And I think if I remember, you and I share a certain similarity in that part of the process that you find most enjoyable is the puzzle solving of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is really enticing, right? And it's like, I figure out how this works. This could work better, right? Really, and then once you hit that, I don't want to say like it's all said and done, because I've seen you working on some Arc Athena pages that you could tell you're sinking your teeth into, man. You're enjoying it. It doesn't feel like you're just slogging through. I mean, obviously, I'm sure there must have been pages where you did feel that way. But at least for the last book here, you're fucking savoring it. You're really sinking your teeth into it. But I don't know, John's having a rough day. John says his batteries are low, tough day. He says, why are comics so exhausting? John, you want to get in voice chat? Eric is going to cheer you up.
John, get in here. I'll cheer you up with my voice. I'll praise you for all the good things that you've done, of which there is a lot.
Dude, speaking of praise,
soon to be legendary urban animal,
Speaking of praise, Kennedy, dude, congratulations. Dude, you lost like what, 40 fucking pounds going hard with the working out?
Oh, did you see that? Yeah.
Yeah, dude. And Nikki,
that was called my pandemic weight.
Dude, first off, anybody of any size losing 40 pounds is fucking incredible. However, you know, a guy who's like 6'2", 350 pounds losing 40 pounds, it's a good start. Gennady, man, you are on the. You're not a 6'2", 300 pound
short dude.
You're a shorter dude. Yeah, you know, you're a shorter dude. I don't say that as like some kind of demerit. I say that to emphasize of how fucking hard that is.
I'm short, but I also have a small dick, so.
Untrue. No, 40 pounds, dude.
Sorry.
40 pounds on a person like who's like, you know, Nikki's height. Nikki can attest, dude. That's a fucking tough. That's a tough thing, man. Not easily done. Why you sound exacerbated now, Nikki?
No, that. Sorry.
Jeez, what is going on?
I gotta go soon. I got a meeting soon. I gotta present something. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, that's just hard, man.
Yeah, I've been making some pretty shitty dietary choices. I need to knock it off. Gennady, how'd you get into the groove? Did you just start one day? You just start doing squats?
Yeah, like crack cocaine and squats. Fucking kidding. You'll shed that shit so fast.
He said, "Give me the Adderall."
Let's see. It's got to be, and I don't know why this is such a foreign concept to a lot of different people, but there's a few exceptions, but I'd say that those are unicorns, right? They're called exceptions for a reason. Like it's science, you know, more energy expenditure, less fuel. If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
More
sure.
calories out, less calories in. It's pretty.
Yeah.
It's pretty basic, you know.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's been some time since I really committed and dove in, but I think
yeah.
Now I don't want to. You know what the thing is, man. A couple times I've gone in, and I've gone way too hard, and I've ended up pulling something or, you know, injuring something in some way. Not a major injuries, right? But, you know, like if you pull back muscle, or I remember one time I pulled a muscle in my bicep, and that was it. You know, like I wasn't just going to work out. Hello, CatX Gaming. I wasn't just going to work out one side. But yeah, no, that meant for, you know, I basically do legs.
One side.
And then another time I pulled a back muscle. I think I was doing deadlifts, and I was doing them with poor form. Because I was trying to hit my goals and reps, and I started getting sloppy with my form, and sure enough, I fucking pulled something, and that was it.
Yeah.
That was it for weeks. It was weeks before I had any kind of relief, and I still think because of that pull, my back never got 100%.
So you're wearing your belt now, right? Or when you were doing
no,
it?
at the time I wasn't. I mean, I am now. I remember Kane got me a belt just
Right,
for that
course
very
he
reason.
did.
Very sweet. But
Did I fucking get you a belt?
you got me a belt, buddy.
That's so stupid. I just want something devastating to happen to you.
How dare you? Yeah.
I have
So
what's today? Oh, it's September 1st. Okay, so my birthday's in 13 days. And then I really have to step up with my goal to try to end of November ish. So like a week right before Thanksgiving, I have to.
What do you have to do?
The doctor wants me to lose. He's not expecting me to lose that much weight. I mean, to me, I think it's a lot in 3 months, but maybe not. 30 pounds. So.
What is that? Pound and a half a day? Pound a day?
I didn't actually.
Or wait,
calculate.
3 months,
Yeah.
30 pounds.
But I mean, he'll
That's
be
less
okay
than.
if I do like at least 15 or 20, but that shit's hard still with everything going on with me. Yeah, but I have to work on toning too. I have to work on like my lower body, for sure.
What's wrong with your lower body?
It's just like untoned.
Is it a
I have
mess
to
down
tone
there?
it.
It's a
It's
hot
not a
mess.
mess. It's not a mess.
It's the way you said it.
Well,
Sounds
to me it could look better. I have to be more tone. I have to get.
Like, Nikki, what'd you get, a C-section down here? What's up?
No, not there. No, like the thighs. This is so stupid. You know.
There's just a lot of like floppy skin.
That's actually only my arms, which I'm not going to show you. So I have to actually tone that up too. There's no floppy skin down there. It's just like my ass kind of shrunk a little bit, and I want it back. So that's my goal, to get my butt back.
You get your butt back when you're losing weight.
Lots of squats.
Mm.
Yep.
You replace the fat butt with the muscle butt.
Yeah, that's what it is, right? A butt made of fat versus a butt made of muscle.
Yeah. So I have a.
Listen, I've seen gals do it. I was real skeptical the first time I saw video, YouTube, Instagram thoughts talking about if you want to get a butt, you gotta do these, and you know, like it's all fucking lady butt exercise at the gym. I'm like, I don't know, this sounds kind of.
Definitely a thing.
But it really, you know what, dude? There was one girl who did a before and after, and her butt was non-existent, man. She had a long back. And sure enough, man, after lots of commitment,
So gross.
yeah.
Did you laugh at that?
Yeah, because I immediately visualized it, where it's just like somebody's got a long back, you know?
Yeah, no, it was just fucking back, legs. But not anymore, dude. Not anymore.
Oh man.
She earned her butt back.
She earned her butt back.
Yeah, Nikki, you got to earn your butt.
I know. I'm earning it. I'm gonna earn it.
I'm earning it.
I
I'm
gotta
earning
get-
it.
An earned butt,
I'm earning
Nikki.
it. I'm earning it. I just gotta get I gotta get so many more clothes. It's ridiculous. Every my just standard what do you call them? Not yoga pants. Maybe. They're all loose.
Pants.
Like what the fuck is that?
Oh.
So
Easy access pants.
no, I don't have those anymore. They're non-existent because they don't do the job. You wear them, you have a nice butt, and you wear these pants, and it's all like, why did you say it that way?
What?
Don't go,
I didn't say anything.
So you wear these pants, and they're supposed to like bam, there's a ass, right? You lose so much weight, and it's just like, I can kind of see it, but the pants are baggy, so it doesn't do any, I toss them. No longer in existence.
John Morris says his favorite Korean martial arts actor is long back.
John Moore is like accidentally racist, you guys.
Yeah, John.
Like
What's up?
DC Comics editorial.
I heard they gave in. They after all the outcry, they gave.
After all the it was after all the Chicanos got mad.
Yeah. Only in modern era could a company attempt to crowbar diversity and.
You know what? That's a very good point. I can't imagine from quote unquote back in the day.
Yeah.
Somebody would put that on the cover and not realizing how patronizing that is.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I don't know why people have a blind side for that anymore, right?
Yeah, they've lost all like critical thinking in regards to when it comes to this kind of
I
stuff.
don't know what. I mean, there was an era of like, you know, Mickey Rooney, Coke bottle glasses, and fake buck teeth, you know?
Yes.
But then we graduated from that. And we said, okay, yeah, you know, we're not gonna talk poorly about that kind of stuff back in the day because what's done is done. But we sure as hell aren't gonna make those same exact mistakes because again, just self-awareness and obviously just like, yeah, we know this is stupid if we ever do that again, right?
Right.
But then they're purposefully doing it. They have zero, like you said, Mike. There's zero self-awareness. So
Yeah.
I have to believe they're just, you know, inherently racist, but they don't know it.
I think there are definitely some characters out there who consider themselves left-leaning or progressive who are in fact racist, and they don't even realize it.
But do you agree that they don't know it? Right?
Yeah, no.
Like
It's racism hidden under the facade of what they believe is progressivism. It's and you see it all the time. It's that, you know, it's that you see it especially on places like Twitter in regards to the white savior complex, which basically amounts to oh, black and brown people. No. This is how. Allow me to save you. You guys can't speak for yourselves, so let me do the talking for you guys. I'll help you out. You clearly need my help because you can't do it yourself. It's like, which is racist as shit, by the way.
You want to know exactly. And the other one is when a black and brown person goes, I don't really need your help,
right.
you know? And then these white people are like, well, clearly you've been, you know, whatever, beaten down by the system or something. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Automatically assuming that these people don't have enough wherewithal to be like, actually, no, I don't. No, I haven't. I just don't need your help. You know, I'm going to be okay by myself because you just have a tendency to make things worse.
Yeah, look no further than, I mean, most recently these DC covers. But it's not like this stuff doesn't happen. It's not a one-off. There are lots and lots of instances now you could point to where people chasing this, virtue signal points, they put their foot in their mouth doing it.
Let me ask you this. If they hadn't gotten the kind of pushback that they got for this cover, do you think in like Asian Heritage Month they would have made people like with to-go boxes of chow mein or some shit like that?
I mean,
just like, you know, egg rolls and chopsticks. You know what I mean?
By that logic, yes. You know,
right?
Because what would stop them? Because clearly editorial had its own vision for what it means to, you know, celebrate Latino Heritage Month, and that was foodstuffs. That was tamales and burritos. And what would have stopped them from doing the same thing with celebrating various Asian cultures and just it's like so it's okay, it's like Shang-Chi, he's doing a dim sum, and then, you know, it's just more of the same. But no, the fact that it got through, right? The fact that it went through. The fact that it went. It just kept getting pushed forward.
The original artist kind of covered for them.
Yes.
You could tell he was upset with the direction that they went, and then that they were going in, and then when they got a ton of pushback, they went forward with the original image, the one that was influenced by that really great mural / painting, right?
Yes.
And then he kind of covered for him by saying like, oh, the other one was just like an idea, you know?
Yeah.
Like an alternate, and you're like,
bullshit.
Bro, come on.
Yeah. Who the fuck got a hold of you?
Nobody's that's like, you know, nobody's that stupid.
Yeah, no, somebody got a hold of that dude, and well, you could tell in the way he was writing about it.
He was pissed.
He was pissed. And then he went from being pissed about it to like, oh, never, that thing that I was pissed about. Oh, no, it was just it's like, no. Because if it were just a editorial snafu, you wouldn't have been that pissed about it. You wouldn't have removed your signature from it, and you would have been vocal about it.
Wouldn't have made a big deal out of it,
right.
You know? You'd have been saying like, hey, if this ever, you would actually be more, if your point in quote unquote sort of like getting ahead of it by telling people, I think you got what you wanted, which is to say, I don't believe in this cover. They're going to move forward with this. And like, I don't understand, like, oh, so if you had roughed it out, if that was like an alternate, right? Why did you make a big deal about saying, oh, you can tell this one doesn't have my name on it.
Right. Uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's you either left your name off of it or they took your name off of it via your request, or you weren't involved in that version at all. Like they had an artist, like to Matt's point a couple of days ago, was like, there's a clear downgrade in quality and craft in this other one.
Yes.
Oh, so yeah. That's a lot of hocus pocus you're trying to pull off now that they're going with their original cover.
No,
it's pretty straightforward. But then I realized these guys are, I don't know where they are in the globe, but potentially these guys they're suckling at the teat of these publishing companies, because the alternative, zero work, right? Zero opportunity. Again, depending on where they are, depending on their cost of living. I'm not saying this person is, but I'm just saying like there's circumstances there that may be forcing their hand, you know?
Very well could be.
To play nice.
Right. Because I mean, listen, he was pretty vocal, and that tweet of his got a lot of traction, a lot of blowback. So it could. I mean, for this is a leap here, but I don't think it would be. I don't think it would take much for someone to imply that he needs to come out in support of his employer, lest they lose his phone number.
Yes.
Which, I mean, yeah, what would you do if you're living in a place where, you know, if you can't get hired from DC Marvel?
Exactly, or it's just a little bit tougher getting work in this climate, in this environment where things are winding down by way of opportunity, you know? Because like economy's getting a little tougher. There might not be as many projects readily available, and whatever. There could be a gazillion reasons that we don't have any access to, right? And this guy's doing his best, and I just think that if the whole exercise from the very beginning, or if the whole point was the very beginning, was to bring attention to this thing, then you already kind of took your fate into your own hands, you know? And so I wouldn't disagree with you at all, Mike, which is to say, like, yeah, no, we'll change it. And yeah, this is really, like I bet you, or if we find out that somebody in those editorial offices kind of browbeat him into submission by saying things like, this is so unprofessional, why couldn't you just talk to us, blah, 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 you know? And basically, you know, scared him straight.
Right.
I would not be surprised at that. And yet, you could turn that right around on whomever it is that kind of put the fear in him. Like, I'm unprofessional, motherfucker. You have, you know, celebrating a culture by having them, you know, tout around a bag of tamales and the flag that says Viva Mexico, you know?
Viva Mexico. Right, Nicole?
Sure.
What percentage of you is Mexican, Nicole? Is it 20, 30%?
I don't know, 50? I don't know. Actually,
oh, you never did the test?
I did, but I forgot. That's why I said actually, because I forgot I did that. Sorry.
That's how much her heritage means to her, Eric.
That's how much she cares. You might as well just paint yourself a DC cover, like with a waitress, as a waitress serving tacos. What's the percentage, Nikki?
Wait, relax. Hold on. I'm still working. I'm like trying to do my full-time job, and now look up my fucking DNA. Relax.
Find your DNA.
Relax. What was it called? Ancestry, right? Man, I'm kidding. Sorry. All right, let me see what this thing says. My teams will stop blowing up. It's actually pretty crazy that it's making me seem like I'm less Puerto Rican.
You took away some of your Puerto Ricanness?
Yeah, they're being rude about it. 27% Spaniard, 26% Mexican. Well, it's like indigenous Americas, Mexico. 17% Portugal, 14% indigenous Puerto Rico, and then it drops down. 4% Basque, Senegal, Congo.
Still in Basque.
Huh?
Nothing.
Oh, okay.
So you're mostly Mexican, it seems like.
Yep.
And what was that again? 30%?
How did you get that way?
26. 27 Spain, 26 Mexico.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow.
How's it feel? Being so
I
Spaniard.
was gonna say, does that make you feel any different now that you're more Mexican?
No.
How does it feel about being almost as Spaniard as you are Mexican?
I have no feeling. God. I don't care right now. It doesn't matter to me. I'm always gonna say to people I'm half Puerto Rican, half Mexican, because it keeps the conversation quick and simple. Yes?
You don't want to go to España?
I don't have the money for that shit. I would love to though.
You don't want to see your
I
people?
want to go to Italy.
Your heritage?
My people. I would have to visit 1, 2. I'm not going to Mexico though. Shit, they're fucking crazy.
Jesus Christ, dude.
They scare me. I'm not going.
Wow.
Yeah, no thanks.
You don't want to go to Juarez?
No, I'm literally fine. I'll go to Texas.
He's like, Texas is close enough.
Hey, Mike, are you at liberty to travel?
Man, I don't think so for a while.
Alright.
Yeah.
Alright, just checking. Lightbox is coming up.
Yeah, no, dude, Lightbox would be awesome. When is that?
October.
Hmm. Yeah, no.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, Lightbox is pretty dope. Lightbox is,
You should go, Nikki.
Yeah, Nikki, you should get a table.
I'll go if Mike goes.
You too. Mike,
How much are tables for Lightbox?
let's just go hang out, man. You don't need to set up. What the hell? Is that a caveat, by the way? Like, would you have to set up so it makes sense for you, business-wise?
I mean, that would help, right? You know, like, but I don't know anything. Actually, I don't know much about the, like, behind the scenes stuff there. Like, I know what Lightbox is, and I know a good amount of the artists that go there, and but in regards to, like, how different is Lightbox to a normal convention?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. I'm wondering.
You wouldn't go, but you'd be genuinely interested in, like, setting up.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I would.
So it makes financial sense to be there.
Right.
Okay.
And I do wonder.
I said okay.
No, I do wonder how it compares to a normal convention.
It's not as the energy is different only because it's not like pop culture, you know? I say
Right.
pop culture? Pop culture.
Pop culture. Yeah. So yeah, you're probably not a lot of cosplayers walking around.
No. Cosplay is not near the is not agenda based. It's not there.
Did you visit any panels while you were doing Lightbox the last time?
Yeah, there was one where we were just talking about our careers. That was a lot of fun. I didn't have to do too much talking. People were not there interested in me. They were more interested in who was in the panel with me. Dave Coleman, Ian McCaig, something like that.
Ooh, nice.
Luminaries, you know.
Yeah. Those guys are the real deal. Those guys are the real deal, Nikki. Nikki's unimpressed.
You know what I found out? Nikki doesn't know too much about comics, right?
No.
Is that true?
Yeah, sadly. I'd like to learn more though.
So when Mike and I are just like going away at doing comic book talk, like behind the scenes stuff, or just like shit talking things, is that why you're so quiet?
Yeah,
You
I
guys
have
are-
nothing to partake in the conversation.
Yeah.
If I'm like right now, I'm working, so I'm literally I can't hear you guys because I'm trying to figure out what's going on with work. But if it was like after hours, I would
Mhm.
listen and be like, oh, I don't know what they're talking about, but I'll listen, kind of like a podcast, and maybe learn something. I don't know.
What brought you here? Like, what got you this? Like,
When people ask you this question, it's really funny. So I feel like we should have it as a clip, Mike. Right? My explanation for it.
Yeah. I mean, that must
Right?
have-
'Cause
yeah.
they always ask me the same question, and I'm like, I gotta say it again. Long story short, what was it? A taxi smelling like strippers and daddy issues.
Oh boy.
And then I was like, hey,
Oh.
I like this guy. Let's see what he has to
are you
offer.
talking about?
Dude,
Are you
it's been-
talking about Twitch, Mike?
Yeah, it's been so
Twitch
long.
con?
I actually forgot that story. Like I know that's the punchline of the anecdote. A taxi cab that smells like strippers.
You were
and daddy
waiting
issues.
for a what do you call it, right? You were waiting for an Uber, and because you were waiting for like the rates to go down, and you waited like super late into the night or super earlier into the morning, and by the time you hopped into it, there was like a bunch of strippers that were sharing the Uber. How do
Yeah.
I know that? And you don't know
Yeah. I completely forgot. Like, you telling it back to me, I'm like, man, that's funny. So, it sounds great.
that? You're stupid. So if I had told that story to you right now, you'd be like,
This is great though.
Yeah.
He was, I think you were on like the front page too or something, and you got taken down. I was like,
Yeah.
what happened, to you, dude? What were you drawing?
funny. Oh gosh.
You know what it was? It was my first time and only time on the front page. No, first time on the front page, and they gave me another shot at it not long after that.
Okay, I know once you were at my place, right? That was
Yeah.
when you were vacationing. Okay. Is that when you got kicked off?
Yes, I got kicked off. I was at your place and I was trying to set up, and I'd like gone out the night before to hang out with everybody after TwitchCon. So I was out until like, 2 o'clock in the morning, 1 o'clock in the morning. And then I had to be live at like 8:30 or something like that, 9 o'clock.
Because they schedule that ahead of time, like
Right.
way ahead of time. This is your time slot. This is when you show up.
Yeah. And it was one of those things where it's like they hadn't thought that TwitchCon was the day before, and that, people would be traveling or, indisposed, generally somewhere else, especially if they had to go to TwitchCon and, participate. Like, even if I wasn't at your place, Eric, I might have been at a hotel or, or an Airbnb or, I could have been waiting for, waiting to board an airplane.
Yeah.
But no, Twitch being Twitch, they did not take any of that into consideration when they were doing their front page stuff. They didn't take into consideration their own goddamn event, which kind of just shows you. I feel like that tells you all you need to know about the company itself.
Right.
So I got on, and I barely was able to get the stream to work, and it was incredibly frustrating. So I lost my temper and immediately just started cursing like an animal out of frustration. And it was just because it was silly, and just because, fuck Twitch. So yeah, that's how I ended up on the front page, just riffing and being silly. And then I got thrown off. And that's how I got thrown off the front page. And then I emailed them and I was like, hey, dickheads, you scheduled me the first morning after I was at TwitchCon. Let me get a do-over. And they did. And I did another 2 hours, and it went fine. But I realized that the thing about being on front page, I think I had like 4,000 or 5,000 people watch me at one point. You get some followers, but out of those 4,000 followers, I got Nikki, which is nice. But it's not like people were.
Yay.
It's not like people were. It's not like a life.
Did you tell that story when you were in the front page?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I was just like blown away. I'm like, he gives no fucks. I like him. And here we are 5 years later.
Yeah. I
That was
stopped.
5 years ago.
I stopped giving a shit. I stopped giving shits. I think somewhere around there I stopped caring about what Twitch was and how they ran and operated the thing. Somewhere thereabouts.
I remember you used to be into it. You always like checking out who, like you were big into the community.
I was a. It's not a. It wouldn't be out of pocket to say that I was a full-fledged member of the Twitch art community. As we're, but a few years back, that was a different time, man. When we had John Lay and that whole gang, and there were a group of really dedicated artists, not just content creators, but actual artists who were interested in their craft, interested in sharing their craft with others. Adobe had a channel where they paid artists to stream on to do the very same thing, and it all just kind of fell apart. Like one day it was there, and the next day gone. Yes, Nicole, you gotta go.
I just realized I didn't eat anything today, and I have a meeting, so I should probably eat something.
Yeah, go eat.
I was wondering why my stomach was like making all these noises, and I was like, "What's wrong with you?" But I haven't been hungry today. I'm gonna go make a smoothie.
Okay, get it done, Nikki.
Fast. Yeah, how long you got? 2 hours? You staying on for a full 2 hours? Others?
Yeah, I'll be on for I'll bring it on for another
Because
hour.
I get off work at 2:30, which is in like 45 minutes.
Yeah, I should be on that time.
Cool. All right, I will talk to you guys there.
All right, buddy.
Oh my god, bye.
Yep. I wonder if John and Moore's still here. John, you still in here? It's kind of it's a little disheartening to hear that John's having such a rough time. Hello, Eric Weathers. Welcome back.
So what do you call it? Let's cheer him up. What do you say?
For all I know, he's split and he's just crying somewhere.
All right, I don't like him.
I wonder.
I've never liked him.
Well, comics. What's that famous Jack Kirby quote about comics? Comics will break your heart, kid. Something like
Fucking
that.
piece of shit. Stop drawing comics. Was that?
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure that was the sentiment, but I think it really was comics will break your heart.
You stupid idiot with your comics affinity.
Yeah, man.
I think I got it.
I think John's got a
Wait,
little heartbreak.
wait a second. I don't have context. Why is John heartbroken? What happened? He touched
I
it.
don't know. He didn't elaborate on it at all. He just said, "Today's a tough day, pals. Batteries are low. Why are comics so exhausting?"
Oh.
So he's having a day.
You think he got some bad news?
I don't know. I mean, listen, it's. I've never met a creative person who didn't struggle creating, at one point or another. For one reason or another, I feel like it's a natural part of the process to kind of wrestle with yourself. But,
Yeah. Did you say Eric Weathers just a second ago?
yeah, Eric Weathers Art says hello.
Yeah, that guy's awesome. That's he's a great artist in his own right. He what is the book that he has? It's a Wizard of Oz inspired book. But he's also the guy that's saving my ass on the letters. He's lettering Arcathena right now.
Oh, love that. Hey, Pulpity. Hey.
I almost said east of west, but that's not it.
East of West.
Battle Brick Road.
That's a
Battle Brick Road. That's it. Sorry, my brain's broken.
Battle Brick Road. Hey, Corey.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Corey. Appreciate that, Corey.
Good stuff.
Hey. Eric Weathers, drop the link to the comic book, man.
K2UCK.
Wow, 54 months. 54 months of pleasure, 54 months of pain. And here's to another 50 more months of Corey and Mikey. Together again. Celebrate September. Oh yeah, it's September.
What does that mean?
Subscriptions are 20% off on Twitch. Corey, thank you again for the resub, buddy. How are you, man? How's the mail delivery, Corey? Battle Brick Road 2. Indiegogo.
Oh, that's right.
I'm gonna drop the link
Holy crap.
I'm gonna drop the link on YouTube and on Twitch. What's the tagline? What's the tagline for Battle Brick Road 2? Battle Brick Road 2. Twice the brick, twice the battle. 3 times the road. No, you don't like that one?
You should not be a tagline guy. You should not.
Get caught up with book 1. Yeah. Dude,
I'll
I
say
love this cover.
Yeah, I'll say this. He's a hard-working guy because on top of all the lettering gigs that he's picking up, he's also trying to get his series off the ground. Battle Brick Road 1 being one of them. Obviously, he's moving on to the second one, and it's a lot of work, man. I can't imagine the amount of work that he's having to get himself into month in, month out. Respect.
Fuck yeah, man. I'm looking at the old campaign for Battle Brick Road. Nice, nice. I'm loving this. I'm loving this art. I'm loving the most recent post that you dropped, Eric Weathers. Eric Weathers, thank you for the Prime subscription, man. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. 2-month subscription. I'm looking at the very nice inks, classic comic book inks, man. There's a real artisanry to that. Ooh, a mullet photo. The mighty mullet gone but not forgotten, and traditional inks. Man, there is something to be said about classic hair. You know, I'm just gonna show you guys. I'm gonna show you the chat what I'm talking about. Why hog all the good art for myself? There's something to be said for classic comic book inking. Yeah, looking for some process ones. Boo, I'm not signing in. Get the hell out of here. Look at that. Eric, Bale says, Eric motherfucking Weathers. Bale knows Eric Weathers. Yeah, that is clean, man. Is that a Wacom Cintiq pen I see on Clip Studio Paint EX? If my eyes don't deceive me.
What's the distinction? How can you tell if it's EX versus like, what's the alternative? Is it Pro? Is it?
You know what? I've just got that much of a discerning eye. At one glance at this, I know exactly what he's. Yep, you nailed it. No, I'm fucking over with you, dude. I saw.
I'm proud of yourself.
No. I really. I saw this and I saw it literally says
the
Clip
way
Studio.
you villain grunted.
It literally says Clip Studio Paint EX in the upper right hand corner. I was just playing it off like I fucking knew. I just scrolled it down to make it seem like I fucking nailed it. I'm a trickster. I'm a trickster.
You're a huckster.
Yeah.
I like the way you like villain laugh through that.
Yeah, I did recognize. I will say this. I did recognize the Wacom pen. Hey,
I had recognized the interface for.
Yeah.
There's some that are very distinct. You see, what is it? You see the iPad Procreate app on iPad Pro. That's pretty. Like the moment you see that interface, you're like, I know what that is.
I know exactly what that is. I'm a sucker for Procreate, man. I just I can't go back. I won't go back.
Photoshop. Yeah.
Hey Weathers, how do you feel about the changes to Clip Studio Paint? Because you know, I want to hear what Eric Weathers has to say. Because you know, he's actually using it, and I haven't used Clip Studio Paint in a very long time. And Bale, what? Hey, how come Bale's in the chat, but he's not in the voice chat? This guy.
Busy fapping.
Fapping during breakfast. Chicken waffles and the money shot. The Ballinger story.
That's not a. Come on. Be cool, man.
Of course I know Eric. He's lettered most of the new comics out there, including mine.
Oh, that was a mistake.
It's the last mistake you'll ever make, Weathers. Because I'm raiding. Heading back in now.
That's like, what do you call it, dude? That's like, you know, that's like being the cinematographer for like a lot of Academy Award winning movies. You know what I mean? And then somewhere in there, like you get like a White Chicks. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Like a Big Mama's House.
Hey, when you're hey Weathers, when you're doing letters for you know, lesser acclaimed books, are you just like, ugh, one day Weathers, we don't have to do this anymore for the paycheck?
You think he cuts himself?
I think he punches himself in the dick after.
Hey, have you seen that movie Nope?
No, I heard it was meh. So I didn't see it.
It was okay. Yeah. I feel like, and I don't know if somebody will ever say it out loud because the climate these days, you can't say this shit.
Right.
Like, I feel like his trending down the same path as an M.
M. Night Shyamalan, yes. You're not the only person. There have been a few other bold people who've said something very
Oh yeah,
similar.
okay. Because I just feel like
They
I
weren't
just
mainstream
feel
people,
like
though. They
this
were
is
regular
like
people.
watching like a Lady in the Water kind of a thing.
Yes, dude. You are not alone. Most people feel that way. A lot of people won't say that though, especially no mainstreamers.
Yeah. Right.
But it seems like it seems the way I've heard it is he's trying to chase that same. It's M. Night Shyamalan and not Signs and Sixth Sense all over again, and that he's constantly trying to chase that Get Out success, that Get Out feel. He's trying to reproduce, lightning striking.
Get Out is really good. I don't know if you.
Yeah, no. Actually, I really enjoy that movie. But then I heard
really good.
I heard Us wasn't nearly as good as Get Out.
Us took a little while to get ramped up. That's why. Us is the M. Night is the. What is it? Is it? What's Peele's first name? Jordan Peele.
Jordan Peele. Yes, Jordan Peele.
Jordan Peele. Us is to Get Out is to Sixth Sense as Us is to what's the one where
The Village?
Adrian Brody? Yeah, no, The Village.
The Village, yeah. Oh my God.
Maybe Signs, like those two movies combined.
Woof.
Sort of.
It's
But this one is very Lady in the Water and Signs. More Signs, I think.
Oof. I mean, listen, The Village had Adrian Brody doing full retard, man. He really did it.
Yeah. No, just
right? Didn't he have a full-blown mental disability where he was like barely able to communicate?
He did. See how you could have used that term to describe it, but instead you went the R word? By the way, when did that become taboo to use that word? Why did that suddenly become sort of like the bad color? You know what I mean?
I don't know.
The Village as in.
I don't know why. I feel like it happened over almost overnight. One moment everyone's using it, and the next moment it's hey.
Yeah, if we were in school, I think I used it, and if we were in school, I got rapped on the knuckles with a ruler by somebody who actually had a kid with autism, right? And yet this person, a pro in the comic book industry, by the way, refers to their kid as retarded.
Actually,
so no one else is allowed to use it.
Oh, that's fucked.
Unless they decide to use it, because clearly it's their sort of, you know what I mean? It's their thing, right? Like.
Oh, I see. Oh, they're treating it like, you can't say the N-word unless you're black. Like, it's like, you can't say it.
Correct. Yeah. You can't use this term to describe, because I mean, like, I guess they're using it. If there was an argument to be made, if I were to go sort of like plays devil's advocate, it's because it is a term that clearly describes, or at least back then anyway, it was clearly describes and is still somewhat acceptable to describe somebody with a mental disability. Whereas I was using it in a derogatory sense, saying that somebody is like a really stupid person,
Right. I see. Well, I mean,
now I say, right, if there is a word to describe mental illness, like to your point right now, like mental disability or like being on the spectrum or what have you, I think those things are really, really apt. And as a matter of fact, a clear distinction as to how you just use retarded right now. You're not describing somebody who has autism. You're not describing somebody who has like a mental disability.
Right.
Well, you were in regards to like Adrian Brody, but sometimes when you use it, right, when you weaponize it and kind of like make fun of somebody. So at this point, if you disassociate it from those people, it's like, hey, that's not my intent, right? I know why. I know the answer is because intent rarely matters these days.
Oh, right. I forgot. I actually saw a video where someone was like, intent doesn't matter. I'm like, bitch, you must be out of your fucking mind.
Right. So what you're saying is that I accidentally hit somebody with my car for whatever reason,
Yeah.
Like, I did not intend to hit them. I intended to avoid something, but in that avoidance, I accidentally hit another human being. you're saying intent doesn't matter. First is the person who actively hit another human being.
Nope, not
See how
according
stupid that sounds?
Yeah. Not according
That
to
sounds
these
so
people.
stupid. That sounds so R-word.
Yep. That means everybody's going to jail. Everybody's getting the death penalty regardless, There's no difference between accidental or involuntary manslaughter or any of that stuff. It's all murder one.
Yep. Well, I have that distinction.
Yeah.
I think also we were talking about this offline. We don't have to talk about the individual in specific, right? But I think the pandemic really fucked people up, man.
It scrambled some brains.
Yeah, it just helped to expose, I quoted it in our private chat as like, this is their version of revealing who they really are, in as much as when somebody goes like, oh my gosh, don't get that guy's an angry drunk,
Right.
Don't put any alcohol in that person or else it's just going to be bad times for everybody across the board. I think with this person, rather than alcohol, it was the pandemic. Like, oh, that's one too many pandemics for that guy. Somebody should have cut him off earlier in the night. But he got 3 more shots of pandemic and oh my gosh, they're out of control.
Are you talking about the guy that was bragging about his stocks, I'll say, just to be vague?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I used to love that. Not love him, but his work. I used to I don't say idolize, but I mean, I respect the hell out of that man's body of work. Eric Weathers, you know who we're talking about that? He probably knows what we're talking about. He's completely gone off the rails. He's lost his fucking mind.
That person. But I also believe it's not unique to them.
No. It's just another example.
This has been, it's just been building and building, and suddenly, I akin it to if I'm still using the same analogy, it's been building throughout the night. They got there early. These people got there early at the party, right? They started drinking at 3 o'clock, man, And it's been building and building in society. And finally, when the pandemic hit, you're like, oh my God, that's their 5th, 6th, 7th shot of vodka. And nobody at the bartender is not cutting them off. And they're not going home anytime soon. And so it just spills out of them. Again, not this individual in specific. I'm talking generally.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And you almost can't blame them, because you don't know what you're gonna have sort of a. Well, you have been your alcoholism is way behind you, right, Mike? It's been a long time.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Been sober a while.
But when you were in it, or like when you were like about to go through the threshold of alcoholism, you didn't know you had alcoholic tendencies, did you?
No.
Right. I think it's something similar, where people are like, I didn't even know I was an alcoholic until I was, I passed out for 6 months and woke up in like Puerto Rico or something. You know what I mean? Like they just didn't even know that it was coming, and then the pandemic hit, and they're like, you did not have the mechanism to brace yourself mentally for this. And so it just spills out, right?
Yeah. Here, Eric, I just posted a tweet that I saw somebody remarking on from a couple days ago from another.
Is it going to make me mad? I'm trying to have a good, productive.
No, it's just a statement that it belies mental illness, but they're wearing it like a badge of honor. And when you see the person I'm talking about, you'll know her deal.
I might order lunch. I'm not going to lose track of my priorities. Stand by. Remember when I said, hey, one of the best things you could possibly do for yourself, especially in regards to social media, is be active about the curation of like what ends up on your timeline?
Yes. Yeah, I took that to
still
heart.
a firm believer in that, but my freaking curiosity more often gets the better of me. So as soon as I have that tinkle, I immediately I'm going to put this phone down now. It makes it so easy to death scroll through everything, right? Or to go down the rabbit hole. Like, how did this start? How did you get here?
Yeah. How did you get here? Oh, Dave Tran is typing. I wonder what Dave Tran's going to say. Oh, he stopped typing.
You call him out and he's...
Yeah, the second I mentioned it, he stopped.
Yeah, he got scared, man. You scared him. He's clearly in here, or at the very least, he's reacting to that thing that you posted, whatever it is, because I haven't looked.
I triggered something. Unleashed something in Mr. David Tran.
I want for people to, I'm talking about comics generally now, right?
Yeah.
I want people to get refocused and start doing the things that matter, which is actually making comic books. In whatever capacity. You're happy, you're happy working for the big two? Cool. I particularly don't care for it, but whatever. You're at least being part of, you're at least producing something,
Right.
Some people can't even say that, right? I think there's a reason why there's so many people on Twitter just kind of like railing, because it's the only way they can ultimately try to quote unquote solve something or be part of a solution that they believe is relevant, useful, and tangible. I can almost understand why, because there's some people who just, you know what I mean? Like, they feel a sense of, how would you say, like helplessness.
Yeah.
About what's happening. So they tweet all day, right? And I'm like, okay, well, or they're on social media all day fighting the good fight, quote unquote. And I'm like, okay, sure. But what really sort of like blows my mind, what wows me, is when you're a person who can do something about it, not the least of which a working professional, not the least of which a working professional in the mainstream industry. Like, go do the thing that you're supposed to be doing right now instead of being on social media.
Yeah.
Knock it off. I mean, that's everybody across the board, but knock it off, Be the freaking example. Unless, and here's the part that really flips my, like really makes me go, oh, I didn't even think about it in that context, is that they think that when I say a statement, or when somebody says a statement like be an example, that actually is the thing that they value. Can you imagine?
Oh, them getting to work and being an example is them getting loud and shitty on social media.
Correct. Because exactly.
Yeah.
That's another thing that this will blow your mind, but I want you to consider this, okay? So when you and I talk about very pragmatic about the comic book industry and the business of like, why the heck are they continuing to push / publish these things that aren't really sort of like, by any metric, keeping the lights on?
Right.
But that is actually a very skewed value system. We're assuming that's why they're doing it. And therefore projecting onto that exercise a level of failure. It's like, well, why are you making this if it's not sort of like getting the kind of money back that you need?
Mm-hmm.
Or it's not getting the utility that you intentionally or you intended it for. And then you go like, well, maybe that's not that. Actually, somebody introduced that. I was like, maybe that's not what they value. And I'm like, oh, that sucks so much. Now that just throws me for a loop. What do they value? I'm like, that's the better question to ask. What do they value?
What do you value?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it is social media. Maybe it is social media credits.
Yeah, it could be. And if that's the case, then I'll just shrug and be like, oh, that makes sense. Cool, well done. Job well done.
Well, I showed you that one. I showed an individual's posts to Eric and a few other guys. And this person loves posting on social media, loves getting the notoriety from it, the strangers commenting. And
do you think that's true, by the way? I kind of want to push back on that. Do you think it has anything to do with notoriety and audience?
I think...
Because it's, again, natural, right? For us to be like, this person just projects that thing out there because they want the back pats of like, look what an amazing, forward-thinking, enlightened individual you are. Right? I think that makes a lot of sense to us. That feels logical.
Yeah.
If only we assume that, like, and then we make assumptions based on that's an actual truth. What if it's not?
Oh, see, in my head, I thought it might not even be fully the ideological aspect of it, but more of the dopamine hit. I was looking at it more of from a...
Oh, sure. Okay, I see that. Okay,
like
okay.
A physiological standpoint, whereas...
I get it.
Likes equal not just likes for the post, but likes for you. Every new comment is a new little hit of serotonin. Right.
The like is independent of the subject matter of the post, right? You're just saying the fact that people are liking it. Okay. And then, and so the post is serving that dopamine like craving.
Exactly.
Right. So you're like, well, I can either, what would be a good analogy? Like I can't even think of one, because it'd be different if they were posting about something that is a little bit more challenging. You know what I mean? Like, oh fuck, I can't even begin to, like right now, subject matters across the board are just so dang polarizing, right?
Yeah.
Shit, I don't know. The point I'm trying to make is that it could be the thing that they're posting about could be so much more sophisticated, whatever it may be. Like I don't have an example, but if it was sophisticated, but that wouldn't get engagement. So instead they post like a boob, you know, and people are like, oh fuck yeah, I like that a lot, right? It's like the easy way to get, again, the point I guess what I'm getting to is like the easy version of how to get that dopamine hit.
Yes, the lowest common denominator.
Right? There it is. You said it. Why did you wait for me to go through all of that?
I wanted to make sure. I thought you maybe. I wasn't 100% sure that's where you were going.
I wasn't gonna get there, Mike. I wasn't gonna fucking get there.
I believed in you.
Failed you. I wasn't gonna get there on my own, man.
Yeah, I think they're going for that because people don't want, especially on social media, and I'm not saying people who engage in that kind of activity, they don't have any time for subtlety and nuance. They want what you just said, the booby. They want, oh, I like this. Yes. You know, whatever that might be. Confiscate is the KKK. Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That makes sense. I mean, it makes no sense the second you take a fucking second glance at it. But when you're just scrolling through your phone, you know, implementing zero critical thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
0% of brain engagement.
Yeah. How dare you, sir? Don't look at. I'm not posting that. Look at my feed, man. I just post art. I post art and I shut the fuck up. Fucking. I don't. Nobody's looking for me on social media to tell them how to think or how I'm thinking specifically, unless it's about art.
Yeah, unless it's like, for me, it's like whatever stupid thing that pops into my head that is art related. It's rare that I'll run into something. Well, I made fun of those people who came back after they fucking made such a big grandstanding deal about Elon Musk buying Twitter.
Oh, right.
Remember those dummies?
I completely forgot about that. Well, I guess I'm leaving. I'm packing up my bags.
Of protest. And again, this is the point. Like, they believe that actually matters. Not that they like. Okay, so not that they leave. Clearly, if a bunch of them leave enough, that's gonna make a dent. The public grandstanding of it all, the performative nature of it, is what I rail against. You know what I mean?
I know.
Just fucking leave.
It's outrageous because in real life, you would laugh at the person who did that.
Yeah.
Starbucks.
Yeah. Can you imagine if you were unhappy with, like, you just say Starbucks right now?
No. Well, this is the way I imagine that Twitter thing going down. Elon Musk buying Twitter. Therefore, I must leave. I imagine that'd be like, Starbucks. Gather around, Starbucks customers. I just saw the manager. He walked in here with a MAGA hat on before he put on his apron. You are no longer my source for coffee. I'm taking my money and going elsewhere.
Hear ye.
Good day. And then everybody just laughing or ignoring.
Citizens of Starbucks 26493.
Wave goodbye to my business. You won't see my face around here anymore. Fast forward a month later. I'd like a caramel macchiato, please.
Yeah, I'd say it's fall. Can I have a
pumpkin
spice latte? Yeah.
Hey, Mazentius, thank you so much for the sub. Mazentius, 57 months, working that way to 5 years of joy, 5 years of elation, 5 years of jubilation. What's up, Mazentius? Thanks, buddy. Mazentius.
That's hilarious, but also accurate. Can you imagine?
Yeah. No, that's not how real life works. I mean, if you're a lunatic. But somehow on Twitter, people are all but ready to proselytize and make all kinds of proclamations of nonsense. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Justin, have you had your pumpkin spice this season? I have. Starbucks said they were going to bring pumpkin spice back on the 31st, but I showed up there on the 30th. And they were good to go, baby. I worked at Starbucks for a bit. I don't know if I ever told you guys that. I never drink pumpkin spice things. Mazentius is...
You never have in your life?
No, I have. I had one the other day. No, I'm reading Mazentius's comment. Mazentius says I've never had pumpkin spice anything. He's too masculine.
Too masculine.
He's too masculine.
I feel like sometimes it tastes a little too chemically.
You know what? I was just about to say that I had the pumpkin spice and I was ready for it. And then if I could do it all over again, I think I would maybe add some cinnamon and remove a couple of pumps of pumpkin spice. It was so overwhelming, the spice, that you kind of it was overpowering. It was a lot.
Yeah. Oh, the other thing I wanted to add to your whole skit about fucking being at Starbucks, right?
Yeah.
Is I don't know if you've moved on, but I haven't yet. The idea that there is a self-aggrandizing nature that anybody cares that you're leaving.
Yeah. Man.
Right? Like,
whose fault is that?
Fuck?
Is that Mr. Rogers? Is this like...
Are we pointing at Mr. Rogers saying
yeah.
you train people to feel like that everyone is special?
Yeah. You're special.
And then
just
somebody
the way
came in
you
and
are.
introduced fucking social media, you know?
Yeah, no. I think Mr. Rogers telling you were special just the way you are for like 40 years. I think this is some of the fallout. I think for all the kindness it did for children to not feel, to feel happy about themselves and not, feel dejected for being different anyway. I think some of it's playing out on Twitter now. Grown adults thinking that, them leaving Twitter or them grandstanding on something,
them leaving Twitter, just fine, whatever, go fucking do it. Never shop at insert, non-vegan place.
Chick-fil-A, boycott Chick-fil-A. Remember that?
Who gives a shit? Don't eat at Chick-fil-A. That's fine. But then it's like, if that guy buys this place, I just know this place is gonna turn into blah 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 blah. Not realizing that the thing that you're really afraid of right now, of what this guy is doing to this space, it's here already. It's just because you're tuned into the same frequency and you don't see it. It's here already. You understand that? What do you mean? I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Nonsense. Hey, I'm curious. Justin Weathers, do you guys get in the trenches on Twitter? Because I've pulled back. I've pulled way back.
I don't want to speak on his behalf, but I rarely see Weathers do anything outside of just post art and links and keeping, similar to me. And it's what I appreciate is that he just gets work done.
Yeah, isn't there, for me, it's always been, are you working towards anything? Not you specifically, but, you, the Twitter person. Are you, do you have any goals?
No.
Any,
No.
is there anything in life you're trying to attain? Because I'll be honest with you, spending endless hours on the platform tweeting is not going to help you any.
Again, you're projecting your value system.
I know. You're right. I'm fucking up.
Somebody, that is the thing. That is a worthwhile cause to go into it. I'm like, it's okay, man.
I'm too busy to
your thing before, which is, hey, man, what that guy eats doesn't make me shit. Or the new one that I've adopted is, not my circus, not my monkeys.
Yeah. I usually just go on for jokes.
You have to train yourself into not caring, right?
Yes.
Sometimes they'll say something so outrageous where you're like, you explode inside.
You have a visceral reaction to something so stupid. People say such things with such conviction that can be easily discredited. And then you feel like you're compelled to do that very same thing. But it's a trick. It's a trick.
Yes.
I have to. I mean,
Yes.
I'm in the same boat. Whereas I have felt the same way, either on Twitter, on YouTube, on TikTok, Facebook.
Yeah.
People say such asinine, ridiculous, absurd things. I watched a
Absolutely.
Twitter argument the other day.
I like how you say you watched it and like.
Yeah, because I keep at a distance.
Clearly, you're from the fucking East Coast. You're like, there's an argument over there. I could go by it and go around it and not at all engage in whatever capacity. But no, I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna watch from here.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch
from a
from
safe
way
distance.
back here.
Continue.
I liked it, so I want to read it to you guys. So,
Alright.
I liked a bunch of Leonardo DiCaprio.
Is that the one where he's like he's like an egg timer, right? Somebody turns not 25 and he breaks up with him.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Here we go. I found it. Let me post it here. Make sure I'm reading it right. I'm too busy to find on Twitter. Even if She-Hulk is twerking, not worth it. Yeah, I've had those knee-jerk reactions to respond, and I could write something out, but then I just end up deleting it. Yeah, no, that's how they get you. All right, so here, So this gentleman somebody posts this image, and it's a bunch of college-aged footballers who are black, and they are hugging their girlfriends who are white women, blonde-haired white women. And this woman says, "I swear, Umar about to propose this picture with no caption." I don't know what that means, but the woman replying to this writes, "I'm sick to my stomach." A black woman.
Oh no.
A black woman writes that. And again, 3 black men with 3 white women dating them. And then the next picture is somebody says, "This you?" replying to her comment, which is her kissing on the mouth a white man. And then the original poster who found these images writes, "Twitter is not a real place." And if you look at this image, there's actually more. Whereas another black woman replying to him saying Twitter's not a real place, and she writes, "That is not the same thing, and y'all know it." So pointing out that 3 black men dating 3 white women is not the same thing as a black woman dating a white man, because reasons.
I'm into this argument. I know why you stop now.
Yeah.
Right? I know why. This is like the best kind of roadside accident.
Yeah.
You know?
Another woman writes,
This is like, you know what it's like?
Yeah.
It's like first you run into it and you're like, oh shit, that's a fucking deer over there that's just like decapitated. And you keep driving like maybe like 200 more feet.
Yeah.
And there's like a submarine tower, you know? And like, what the fuck is that submarine tower doing? I'm going to stop.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull over. I
see.
gotta investigate. Another woman writes in the response to this, him saying Twitter is not a real place and posting these images. She writes, "There's a difference, but y'all not ready for that convo." Whatever that means. And then the last one is just a meme post.
Clearly, the person who wrote that was ready for that combo.
Yeah. Justin said, "I saw that same post, and I was just reading the comments, alluding that there's something wrong about when black men do it. Black women doing it is fine, above my head." But I did notice that this guy writes this in regards to the black men dating white women, the college football players. He writes, "You notice they all got the same look and MO, hairstyle, football, swagless, etc." Guy writes to him.
A lot of shit. There's a lot of shit thrown at a footballer.
This gentleman, Scott, writes, "I also noticed they're playing ball and you're just sitting behind Twitter being a hater." He, of course, ratios him. A new guy, a third man, comes in and says, "It's college football. Relax. It's basically the same as the YMCA soccer," which is sheer retardation because, as you know, college football is it's a $1 billion industry.
Right.
College football
Maybe
is...
he goes to a different YMCA than you do, Mike.
Right?
Maybe he goes to $1 billion YMCA.
So then,
Did you ever fucking think of that?
so the poster writes, "College football at the University of Florida is like playing at the YMCA." Laughing emojis. "Good to know anyone can get in there and play." Another person follows up, says, "Motherfuckers just be saying anything on this app. Don't even be thinking critically, just typing." So of course, the original hater dude chimes in, "You probably grew up thinking you were going to the league." And then the last post is, "Motherfucker, this is what you look like when you play the league." And he posted a fat gamer playing League of Legends on a fold-out chair.
Hey. Okay. All right.
And the last man is, "Man, that shit was so funny I farted." But yeah. But yeah, no, just it's exchanges like this where you're just, but one, it's a nightmare, and then you realize, holy shit, it was the specific comment. It's college football. Relax. It's basically the same as YMCA soccer. He just said something so stupid, so unfounded, like so ignorant. And then the guy pointing out that just no critical thinking. People just pick up their phone and they just start typing whatever dumb shit. And then some people agree. The college football comment being YMCA soccer got 93 likes. So people were like, so almost 100 people said, yeah, this guy's right. College football is the YMCA. It's not a billion-dollar industry. You know, it's
what do they mean as far as like it's the skill level that goes into?
Yeah, that anybody can just hop in.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So anyway, just more nightmarish internet.
Sometimes.
Oh fuck. Shit, I gotta pick up the lady. God damn it.
I'll get to it.
Yeah, I gotta go grab her from work. I dropped her off today.
Go. I'll talk to you later.
Hey, later guys. Thanks for hanging out, everybody.